like a recipe, in business you've got to get the basics right.
Indeed, and a smart meter can help you track your energy use and costs over time. Miscalculated the hot sauce.
That's more control of your business budgeting, at least.
Join the 9 out of 10 small business owners happy with their smart meter. Search Get a Smart Meter. Eligibility may vary. Consumer action required. 93% of small businesses surveyed in 2024 were happy.
When BP asked me to read the voiceover for their new Wild Bean Cafe ad, I thought I knew what to expect. But when they
Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shayley, and we are very thrilled to be bringing you a product we absolutely love. Our #1 DIY product hasn't been with us since April.
6 months.
And it does exactly what it says on the tin. This is all about fixing your roofs, fixing the leaks around your home so easily.
And it's not just leaks on the roof, it's also leaks on any guttering as well. And we'll show you straight away exactly how it works. You literally slap it on and it fixes the problem on your roof.
And the great thing is, not temporary. This can last up to 10 years. So this isn't a makeshift. This is going to do for now, and then you're going to get the builders in. Whether it is on a roof, a flat roof, whether it is on guttering, whether it's a bay window, you virtually, like you're seeing here, just slap it on and instantly, even if it rains straight away, the leak has gone.
And it stops in an instant, but it can last 10 years and beyond. It's not a temporary fix. You can see that instant fix there, but lasting for years at a time. It could save you fortunes on replacing a roof.
Lots of the 5-star reviews say exactly that. It saved me £3,000. It saved me £1,800 because I got someone in to do the job, and then I realised I could do that job myself. Honestly, the weather we've had, it's been tipping down with rain. In fact, there's rain coming down the side of the house, and it's your guttering that's broken. So though we are saying roofs, and it's called ROOFIX, this is bay windows. This could be a lean-to. This could be your guttering, and any material of gutting. Because any building material, this will fix.
Yeah, this is ROOFIX M multi-surface. You saw in an instant filling that gap, filling that hole. It's not like a bitumen paint. This has Draylon fibres that knit together and fill the hole. It fills the gap. Now we've got different configurations available for you depending on what you want to use it for. The details on the screen are for a 1 litre tin. Now that'll give you 1 square metre of coverage. If you know exactly where the leak is, that's the one to go for. And at £22.99, it's a brilliant price. It comes in 3 colours. It comes in black, in grey and in white. 562973 is the item number. However, the more you buy, the better the saving and the more coverage.
Well, the next size is 5 litres. So if you times that by 5, we're talking nearly £115. You've got 5 litres there for £59.99. Normally £69.99. So you are saving on that. And of course, then you're timesing the area that it will cover.
So 5 square metres of coverage. If you think about the average shed roof, that's pretty much what you've got with a 5 square metre coverage. Again, available in the 3 colours, black, grey or white. 811037, the item number there. You've got interest-free payments with PayPal Pay in 3, £21.65 on your first of 3 payments.
Now, we tend to always have sellouts when we have ROOFIX. We haven't had ROOFIX with us since April, and it's this bundle that disappears really quickly. We have got the 3 colour options, but I know black is always the most popular, and sadly black is the lowest in stock. However, hearing that grey is very vulnerable as well, and actually grey, a lot of the new builds have got grey windows. So perhaps that, again, it could be your shed roof, perhaps your shed's leaking all over the lawnmower and the kids' bikes. What this will do is allow you, because you have got 20 square metres here, this is 4 of the 5 litre tins. Actually, because of your saving, it's normally £240. It's like you're getting a tin completely free of charge, because you're saving a full £60 with this. And this will cover the whole garage roof with spare.
Well, an average garage roof is about 18 square metres. This is 20 square metres of coverage, so a whole garage roof, and then leftovers for those odd leaks
for the
all around the home.
It's no good waking up and finding a leak and you haven't got ROOFIX, and we don't hold it every day of the week. We only have stock. This is a trade paint. If you've been to a DIY store, you've bought bitumen in the past. If you've bought a black paint, it's not ROOFIX. ROOFIX is a TV exclusive to us, and you can't find it in the DIY stores. And we're going to show you the difference, because this product has Draylon fibres that weave together, and instantly they stop the leak. And the great thing is this will apply to, well, virtually any building material, and we're going to show you how it waterproofs cardboard,
yes,
which is crazy.
This is ROOFIX M multi-surface, so wood, galvanised, asbestos, fiberglass. You can use it on composites and plastics, metals, acrylics, PVCs, and then we've got all the gutters as well, so it doesn't matter what your gutter is, UPVC, cast iron, metal, copper, concrete gutters it'll work on, stopping those leaks in an instant, but 10 years and beyond. If you want to use this, and now it's all about the difference it can make. Remember, the most popular is the 4x5 litres, but look at that. Not only does it stop the leak, it transforms the look. You slap it on, it's so easy to apply.
And it applies to any materials, and people have said it saved me. One person said this product saved me £1,880 on a new roof. My extension was found to be leaking very badly. I called out the roofer to tell me how much it would cost to put it right. When he told me, I could have fainted, and he said the whole roof had had its time. I saw the offer on TV, ordered some. It was easy to administer, and hey presto, it worked. And it is so easy, and even if it starts to rain straight away, even if you've got dips in the areas like we're seeing on that roof there, instantly that roof has, the leak's gone. So perhaps it is your garage, perhaps it is your shed, perhaps it's leaking all over the kids' bikes and your brand new lawnmower. This is all you need to do, is get rid of the debris that's there, tidy it up a bit, and then, like you were saying, just virtually slap it on.
Slap it on. You can use a brush around the outside. You can use a squeegee to spread it out. But you've got enough there in this 4-5 litre configuration for an entire garage roof, and you'll have some left over as well. You're stopping those leaks in their tracks, and it's long term. It's not short term. This can last 10 years and beyond. You can see here, pouring the ROOFIX out. If you've got a squeegee, just put it on the end of a broom handle and then just spread it out across the roof surface.
So satisfying.
It's also got what we call self-leveling properties. So if you have got an uneven surface, it self-levels. So it's brilliant.
And if you want to mark it out, you can do. You know, 1 litre will cover 1 square metre. So you could mark it and chalk it out so you know you're using that right amount. But I think visually you'll be able to see as well. It is such an amazing product. But remember, a TV exclusive. It's not available in the DIY stores. And remember, approved as well. This company's been going since 1939. Approved by the Ministry of Defence, the London Underground. Absolutely incredible products that normally are just for trade. But this, the ROOFIX M, has been adapted so we can use this at home. But honestly, grab it while the stock is there. We haven't had a show since April, so super excited to have it back. And I think the weather is just the right weather. We've had terrible rain, haven't we? And it's been quite warm, then really cold. And that's when our buildings contract and
ROOFIX
expand.
is flexible, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's why it lasts for 10 years or more. I'm super busy on everything, but please remember, it's only as long as the stock is there.
Now, that's not all we've got from Flag Paints. We also have something called Black Magic. Now, this is the most special of paints. First of all, it's got a built-in rust converter. So if you want to paint something that's rusty, you take away the excess debris, and again, you slap it on. There's no skill required here.
No primer needed, no other products needed.
It adheres to metal, plastic and glass. You're seeing here, just taking away any excess rust, and then you're just going to paint it on. It's so simple. I've used it on a cast iron balustrade outside our front door. It brings it back to a factory finish, and really easy to apply. That rust converter neutralizes the rust, and look at the difference. It looks new again. Now, you've got 2 different sizes available. Watch this demonstration here. This is brilliant. On cast iron garden furniture, it's going to be brilliant for you. It's so versatile. You just slap it on and it gives you what we call a factory finish.
It does. It doesn't look like you've repainted something. It looks like that's how you actually bought it, and you don't need to be good at painting. It's actually better if you're not good at painting, because it gives you this really beautiful, even satin finish, and it looks brand new again. And perhaps your garden furniture is looking a little bit like this, and you're thinking, oh, I'll have to throw it out. Don't throw it out, honestly. Whether it is a gate, whether it is a fire, because it will withstand extreme temperatures. It might be a fire surround inside your home. It might be an old bike. We did our bikes. We'd left them outside for years and they'd gone really rusty and nasty. Brought them back to looking new again, and just so simple to apply. Price-wise, you have got 2 choices. So you've got the 1 litre on the screen right now. Your 1 litre is £26. £6. But I'll tell you what sells out always first is our larger, because the 2.5 litre is always the favourite. Because once you start painting things, you can even match up garden furniture, whether it's plastic, wood, because it will go on to any material.
Yeah,
and you're seeing the results here, look. So however rusty or old anything looks, look how brand new it looks in an absolute instant.
And that's what we mean by factory finish, isn't it?
And that could be metal, wood, plastic, glass. It makes no odds. It can be, honestly, absolutely. Could be your decking. It's a brilliant product, but definitely go for that larger tin, because you will, once you start using it, you'll find other places to use. You'll look, oh gosh, look at this bench just as an example, because this bench was beyond repair and looks worthless.
It's not looking good, is it? You're thinking of throwing that out.
You wouldn't sit on that. You'd get a brown, rusty bum, wouldn't you?
That's
but have a look at it after. So even intricate areas, doesn't clog the holes. It gives you this amazing video. That could be now be in a garden centre with a cardboard label saying a few £100.
Bespoke finish, yeah. If you want to go for the 2.5 litre, 974362, look how detailed that is. And it's simple. It's easy to apply. You literally just slap it on and it gives you that factory finish every single time. You can use it on so many different surfaces when it comes to Black Magic once again, and because it's over £30, you've got PayPal Pay in 3. So wood, painted metal, rusty metal, like we say, fiberglass, plastic, PVC, all your different types of garden furniture, even things like different plant pots. So 974362. We've got to get back to our main deal when it comes to Roofix, when it comes to problem solving. That's what all of these products from Flag Paints do. You'll find them all on the website. shopontv.co.uk is the easiest way to find everything. Scroll down on the live show and you'll see all the products that we've got available for you. We've got lots of great live demonstrations coming up throughout the show for you, and some great products that are real problem solvers, real DIY essentials are what we've got for you. And a fabulous guest and co-presenter here at Shop on TV. And the lovely Charley joins us.
Nice to see you, Charley.
It's good to see you two guys.
You're as excited as us, aren't you?
Yeah, Joe, I've been waiting so long to show this. We've got so many exciting demonstrations because, you know, as you've said, every single person should have this because this gives you 10 years peace of mind.
Yeah.
You know, if you can hold a paintbrush, then you at home can fix your roof instantly.
Brilliant.
And it could be a flat roof, it could be a pitched roof, it could be your garden shed, it could be a main house. So it's worth every single penny. Now, do you know what people say? Well, is this just like bitumen that we can buy in DIY
Well, I think a lot of
stores?
people will see a black paint and you'll think, oh, I got that in the DIY store. But bitumen is what you'll buy in a DIY store because this isn't available. It's very different.
It's completely different. So bitumen is normally a petroleum-based product. It's completely different to that. Firstly, well, there's a few differences, but firstly, this is my favourite one. With Roofix, it contains this. This is Draylon nylon fibre. So it's from the nylon family, and the fibres that weave all throughout the paint, and that's what knits together, weaves together, and it fixes your leak on your gutter, on your roof. It kind of just fills in the gap and it stops all the water from going through.
And we can see that as well in a clip, because honestly, as soon as you apply this, it instantly fixes the leak, even if it's a wet day, even if it starts raining straight away.
Well, we've got extreme demonstrations. We're going to be fixing roofs underwater in it. So yeah, I mean, this could be obviously a pitch roof on your house. Maybe the water got to there, maybe the winds lifted it up. So all you do, you literally pour it on and you spread it out, 1 litre for 1 square metre. If it's a large roof, some people draw it out with chalk, they divide all the sections, but you haven't got to worry about that. Brush off the loose bits, brush off the leaves, and you literally slap it on and you have fixed your roof. And again, it's designed to last 10 years, maybe even more.
It's not even temporary, is it? It's not that then you get the builders in.
No,
it can last 10 years or more. And when you see it as well, because we talk about roofs, and of course we're talking about whatever roof, whether it's a flat roof, whether it is a slopey roof, but wait till you see it on guttering.
Oh yeah.
Because this could be a nightmare if you've got guttering that's loose.
And all types of guttering as well, Charley.
Absolutely right. And we've got different colours to match different colouring. You want to keep it nice and neat and tidy. But again, just take out the leaves, and even if it's raining still, you can still apply the Roofix and it will seal the leaks. Do you know, it can be an expensive job, can't it? Even replacing guttering. Because if you've got joints, if you've got various different loose bits, it can join together and seal that leak instantly.
And that's what it's all about, that instant fix. Yeah.
And we've got so many great demonstrations, but honestly, get this home and try it. This could save you an absolute fortune. Remember, the more you go for, the better the saving. And of course, you can store this. So on that day, a day like today, when the heavens have opened and all of a sudden that rain is coming through the roof, you've got the solution in your shed.
I think it's a DIY essential for you to have right there just in case. And then when you do have any problems, you've got that problem solver. And it is that instant fix. So any problem solved in moments.
And even if it is a bay window, my mum's got like a glass lean-to, and we had, oh my goodness, so many people out to sort it out. And eventually they took it all off, put it back on, still leaked. Do you know what fixed it? ROOFIX. Yep. So though it cost us thousands, ROOFIX was actually the solution in the end. And that was white. So remember, you have got the different colours and variations at the minute, but stock, sadly, isn't the amount of stock we would like. So make sure you stay with us, get it into your basket and check your basket out quickly.
Yeah, Charlie's got loads of demonstrations coming up to show you just how good this is, whether it's 1, 5 or 20 litres of your ROOFIX.
Well, hello and welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shayley, and together we have got a product we absolutely love. This is our #1 DIY product. You don't even need to be a DIYer because it's so easy to use. But what it does, it's what it says on the tin. It fixes your roofs. It fixes your leaks in an instant, but not temporarily.
No, it'll last for 10 years and beyond. You literally slap it onto the roof. We'll show you straight away exactly how it works. It's as simple as this, and it's so many different surfaces you can use it on. It is ROOFIX M, so multi-surface. Literally slap it on. You can put some underneath the asphalt that you can see there. You're going to slap it around, and it's going to stop that leak straight away. There's no wait.
With a squeegee, with a brush, and even if it rains straight away, it's instantly waterproof. And the great thing is, it's got very clever Draylon fibres. This is not what you find in a DIY store. If you're thinking, well, I bought a black paint and it didn't work for me, this is a TV exclusive. This is a trade paint that is actually developed for us, for you to use at home. And that instant result anybody can get, because it is the properties inside this product, the Draylon fibres that weave together, that seal that hole instantly. But it doesn't have to be a roof. And any building material, we're even going to show you how it waterproofs cardboard and cardboard's horrendous. But actually, if you've got guttering that's leaking and it's all rushing down the side of the house, we're talking about all your guttering as well.
Yeah, not just PVC as we're seeing here. It could be cast iron, it could be metal, copper or concrete guttering. You'll use it on so many surfaces. This is how easy it is. Just take away any excess dirt, slap on the ROOFIX, and even on bigger holes, it fills the hole. It's not just for tiny leaks, it's for bigger leaks as well, and we'll show you that as we go through the show. Look at that, stopped it in an instant.
And you could have replaced all that guttering and you didn't need to. So many of the 5-star reviews, and over the years, we've worked with this product for years, so many 5-star reviews. So many people say it saved me thousands of pounds because I did the job myself. Now, you can buy it in different variations, but hand on heart, the larger you go, the bigger the saving. And you do always want to have a little bit spare in case it is a day like today and you suddenly think, oh my goodness, I've got a leak. Where's the roof? Because we don't hold this every day of the week. We haven't had a show since April, so that's 6 months. So honestly, stock up while we've got the deal. So you could go for the smallest tin if you wish. Perhaps you know exactly where the leak is. Remember, we do have this in a white, we have it in a grey, and we have it in a black. So perhaps it's a bay window, perhaps it's a white window that you need to fix. £22.99 buys you 1 litre, and 1 litre covers
1 square metre. So it's as simple as that. 562973 is your item number there. As Hayley said, the more you buy, the better the saving.
Well, as an example, this is a 5 litre. So if we times that £22.99 by 5, we're like £115. This is 59.99, normally 69.99, and this will cover 5 square metres. So really that would be the size of perhaps the average shed.
Yeah, your average shed roof, 5 square metres.
And perhaps your shed is leaking all over the brand new lawnmower, the kids' bikes,
and you don't know
everything.
Whereabouts the leak is, so you can do the entire roof with a 5-litre tin. 811037. It's got PayPal Pay in 3 if you want to spread the cost because you're over £30. Remember, it comes in black, in grey or in white, but the best seller always is the 4 5-litre tins, because this is the best value of all, isn't
You
it?
end up saving, because this tallies up to £240 worth of product, but you can see on your screen you're getting this for £179.99. You're saving £60, so it's like you're getting a whole tin completely free of charge. You can split that cost as well with PayPal, and this will allow you to do a whole garage roof with some left over as well. And it's so easy to apply to a garage roof.
Yeah, it's as simple as this. We're showing you take away any excess debris that you can see there around the edges and any excess on the top of the roof surface. Just brush it away. And it's as simple as this to apply. Remember, 20 litres gives you 20 square metres of coverage. If you want to go around the outside with a brush and do the brushing around there.
Because the leak could be starting from the outside, even though it's dripping from the middle of your roof into the actual shed or garage. So do the outside, do the surround, and then the bigger areas, it's great to get a squeegee on the end of a broom handle. And honestly, wait till you see how easy this is to administer. Lots of the 5-star reviews say exactly that. It was so easy to apply. Now, we're super busy. The grey option in this bundle is the most vulnerable, and we haven't got as much as the black as we would like. You have at the minute got all 3 colour options, but it will only be as long as the stock is there. Hasn't been with us since April, so please don't think, oh, I'll get it that next time. We don't know when this will be back with us, and whilst we do have the stock, it is the time to buy. And you can't buy this in the DIY store. This is a TV exclusive. It's a trade paint designed for us. And remember, even if it rains straight away, that area now completely waterproof for 10 years or more.
And it's also got self-leveling properties, so if your surface is uneven, it self-levels. It's so clever. Those Draylon fibres that knit together. Now, this is the best bundle, the best-selling bundle, the biggest saving, 360407. You'll get 20 litres in total. And if you're thinking, where can I apply it? So many different surfaces.
Virtually every building material, and we'll even show you how we can waterproof cardboard. Cardboard is never waterproof, is it? But ROOFIX can waterproof cardboard. All of these different materials, we've got great demonstrations, but we're just going to mention very quickly, we're busy already, and please stay with us. We're going to get right back to ROOFIX, but we must tell you very quickly about our Black Magic. The Black Magic is a product that is always busy. We will show you demonstrations on this as well, but we're just telling you about it right now because, again, we haven't got the amount of stock we would like. 2 different sizes, and this is all about, well, bringing things back to life.
Yeah, things that you might throw away because it's gone rusty, because this paint has a rust converter built into it. It's, again, simple to apply. Now, take a look at this for an example, this bird feeder. It's gone rusty, it's gone over, as Hayley would say.
Yeah.
Time to throw it out. But you're going to take away the excess rust that you can see there. And then with your Black Magic, you literally just slap it on.
And it gives such a great finish. It gives a satin finish. So the best thing is, it doesn't look like you've repainted it. It looks like that's how you bought it. It looks new again.
Yeah, and it's not just metal, it's plastic, it's glass. It provides a really tough finish with minimal brush marks. So it gives you what we call, again, that factory finish. Take away any excess rust, as we're seeing here, and slap it on. When you see this parasol base afterwards, it literally looks brand new. Now, you've got a 1 litre for £26, but there's also a 2.5 litre tin. We'll pop those details on the screen for you.
And it's always the 2.5 litre that sells out first, because I think you often get into the garden and think, oh gosh, I could get all my garden furniture matching, because this will work on wood, it works on terracotta, it works on plastic, it makes no odds, metal, MDF, glass, PVC. It is phenomenal, but gives you that professional finish. So £45, 974 362. Grab that whilst the stock is there. And as a really good example, this intricate, beautiful bench, well, it doesn't look quite so beautiful before.
Not before, no.
This should think, well, that's the end of that. We're going to throw it out. We'll buy a new one. Don't do that. Honestly, get your Black Magic. And this was done in moments as a surprise for a friend, actually, while they popped down to the shop. When they got back, it looks brand new.
Yeah, and it's also heat resistant. So if you do want to use it on fire surrounds or chimneys and fire pits, things such as that, you can do that. It's up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. But look how intricate that is. It's so easy to apply. If you want to go for Black Magic, shop ahead of us. And remember, so many different surfaces you can use.
And it neutralises the rust. So that rust then has gone without using any other products, no other primers. It's phenomenal. And we will tell you more about it. But just so if you know about it already, you can put it in your basket. But back to our ROOFIX. We're busy on the largest bundle. You do need to please put it into baskets and check it out. We always have sellouts when we have stock, and we haven't had a show since April. Check it all out on our website, shopontv.co.uk.
That's the easiest place to order. You can still order on the phone. Remember, 03333 241 241 is the number. You've got all the different configurations of ROOFIX there, and you've got the Black Magic there as well for you. Lots of demonstrations coming up, but the best value is if you go for that 20-litre bundle. Remember, that's going to give you 20 square metres of coverage.
And instantly fix the leak.
But not temporarily. That's the other great thing.
10 years or more. Honestly, it's our #1 DIY product and has solved people's problems and saved them thousands. We're busy already. We've got lovely Charley with us.
Hello,
How are you,
guys.
my lovely?
So good to see you.
Great.
Looking forward to this for ages.
You've been so excited about this, haven't you?
We've worked alongside each other for many years.
We have.
This is a product we're really proud to bring
it is.
to the show, isn't it?
Do you know what, as you mentioned, this can give you peace of mind for 10 years. So if you walk into your house and see that leak, don't worry, because you can fix it yourself using just a paintbrush. Shall I show you?
Yes.
We're going to talk to you exactly what's in it. I'm going to explain all that. But let's start here. We've got a bit of roofing felt. This could be your house. This could be your garage. This could be your shed. I'm going to pierce a couple of holes through here, guys. I know, I'm not being kind. And then we're going to pour water through. And you can see it leaking through there.
That's what we don't want.
Now,
That's like, oh my word, and it's been raining
What
so
do I do?
badly. You just, oh gosh.
Well, you think, oh, who do we call? Quick, get on the internet, find a roofing contractor. Then you think, it's the emotional damage as well. That could ruin your kid's bike. That could cause damp issues, mould issues, all sorts.
That could be going into the light fittings, you know, it could be a real major problem, couldn't it?
This is it. Absolutely right. It can be dangerous, can't it? Right, all I'm going to do is just get a little bit of ROOFIX on my brush. I'm going to paint it straight on there. Doesn't matter if it's wet, and you can see
No way.
that has fixed it instantly.
Oh my word.
How amazing is that? Oh, we're going to do gutter, we're going to do all sorts, guys. Right, let's
Hang on. You've gone straight into the water.
There.
Because let's be honest, you're going to see a leak when it's raining, aren't you?
Oh, Charlie, we are so busy. And honestly, this is how easy it is to apply. Virtually, even if it's raining, if you don't mind getting wet. But my word, that really does prove the point how ROOFIX works.
And there you go, and that's it. And that's not a temporary fix. That is going to stay there. Well, it's designed to last for 10 years. And they reckon at ROOFIX, at Flag Paints, even more.
Yeah, lots of people say.
That's peace of mind right there. I love this stuff.
And remember, 3 different colours. We're busy on absolutely everything. 10% of the black, the bundle you're seeing on the screen right now, has already sold out and gone. It's only going to be as long as stocks last.
That is the best value. 1 litre, 5 litre, but go for the 20-litre bundle that we've got there.
Some people might, there it is, that's the bundle to go for. That'll do a whole garage roof, and you will have spare as well. Now, lots of people might be watching and thinking, hang on, I've been to the DIY store. I've bought a product that was a black paint, and I tried it, didn't work for me. That isn't ROOFIX, because ROOFIX isn't in your DIY store. This is a trade paint. That's bitumen, and bitumen is very different.
Absolutely, yeah, it's completely different. There's no bitumen in ROOFIX, there's no tar. In fact, bitumen, look, it has its place. It's quite good for waterproofing properties. Really popular to use some foundations of houses, basements. It's fine for that, but it's nothing to do with fixing leaks on roofs. Okay, that's where ROOFIX comes in. Shall I show you a comparison?
Yes, please. Do, because I do think some people will think, oh no, I have tried a black paint before, and you'll see the difference with this.
This is it. Well, this is what you're normally used to. You know, it looks like we're about to gloss a door or something.
So that's your bitumen. That's what you'll get from a DIY store, and it is like a shine.
Well, it's a runny gloss. It looks like a runny gloss paint.
It is. You know, if you've got a leak on your guttering or a leak like we just fixed with ROOFIX, that's just going to pour straight through it.
It'll look pretty, but you're still going to have the leak.
Exactly. And because you need flexibility, but what you also need is Draylon fibre reinforcement.
Okay.
And that's exactly what you've got in ROOFIX. This is actually what's stirred in, what's weaved in throughout the paint. You get thousands and thousands and thousands, and that's what knits together and bridges the gap, like we've just done live here on Shop on TV. And you can see there's loads of them. Now, each one, they're actually the same distance. They're the same, same length.
There's a lot of science, isn't there? They have to be exactly the same size, length, otherwise it just won't work.
Absolutely right. Do you know what? It's so precise, actually down to the micron. They're all exactly the same size. It's actually computer controlled. It has to be that precise. The actual width's exactly the same, because if it's not, it won't work. They won't knit and weave together, which is exactly what it wants. So yeah, Draylon fibre reinforcement.
And when you see ROOFIX, you can see it in there. So look at the difference from the bitumen, which was like the shiny gloss paint that you'll get from a DIY store.
Straight away from the tin, you can see.
There you go, you can see that. And that's what bridges the gap. So that's the reinforcement. It's also got a thermo-acrylic resin.
Right.
Now, do you know, when it comes to houses, they naturally expand and contract. It's what all houses do.
The weather, isn't it? It gets hot, it gets cold, and you see the cracks come down the side of the house, don't you? Well, it's happening to the roof because your buildings move.
Yeah.
So if this didn't expand as well, this wouldn't last for long, but this lasts for 10 years.
That's exactly why. And do you know, because it's thermo-acrylic, it's basically a compound that expands and contracts with your building. And that's especially important when you go through different temperatures. So when you go, obviously we're going to
sunny weather, cold weather.
Going to sunny weather. That's when the problem starts. That's when your leaks often appear. But you can see, it's almost like a jelly-like material. You haven't got to be perfectionist with this. If you've never decorated, it doesn't matter. If you're not a DIYer, it does not matter.
You can see how it lifts when you bring the brush up. It lifts.
And those Draylon fibres, that's what weave together. And if there is a gap, if there is a hole, if there's a leak, they weave together and cover up that area.
You can see them on this corrugated piece of plastic that we've got here.
So
and this is what you're talking about with the movement, isn't it?
Absolutely right. So do you know what? They also call it differential contraction as well. So that means quite often in your house, well, you're going to have different materials, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you're going to have brick, you're going to have stone, you're going to have metal, plastic, wood, all sorts. They expand naturally at different rates. So particularly in joints, that's going to be a really, really problematic area.
Yeah.
So lead flashing, for example, around your chimney, they expand at different rates. So it's also good for maintaining that flexibility around those areas.
And on all the different materials, all your building materials. Got to warn you, if you are going for the large bundle, 20% of the stock now sold out in the black. So, oh my word, sorry, a quarter of the black now.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
In you just doing that
popular.
sentence, another 5% went. A quarter of the stock in the black now sold out and gone. You need to be super busy with the deals we've super quick, I should say, because we're super busy.
You do need to be busy.
Because this stock, we haven't had stock since April, and it's absolutely flying.
And it's not just black, we've got grey, and we've also got a white.
You might have grey windows, you might have white bay windows, it might be the conservatory that's leaking, might it?
Absolutely, yeah. So UPVC, glass, metal, plastic, wood, it could be old felt, it could be brand new felt, and actually, yes, it's good to fix a problem, but you might use it for preventative measures too. So even if you've just got a roof on there, I like the look of it, and you've got peace of mind that you've got it sorted.
Perhaps you've got a shed that you know is a little bit old. Actually, before it starts leaking, paint this on the top, or a summer house or something. It's brilliant. Can we show you the
what's going on
again here? Right. I love this demonstration.
So
it's
this
brilliant.
is basically comparing again the old bitumen stuff you might get from your DIY store, and you know what? Again, it's good for waterproofing some areas of the house, but
it's got waterproofing properties, but it doesn't seal a leak.
It doesn't seal a leak. It hasn't got those Draylon fibres, that Draylon fibre reinforcement. If I just pour it through this funnel here, you see if that's a leak on your roof or in your guttering,
But you've just made it worse, Charlie, because now you've got black paint dripping all over your lawnmower and your bikes in the shed and all over the carpet.
Yes, again, carpet, again, it could be down the wallpaper, around light switches, like you said. Honestly, it's so scary.
Stop, Charlie, it's not working.
No, it's not working, is it?
It's definitely not working.
We've made that point, right. So let's try this. This is the ROOFIX again. This is thermo-acrylic, which gives the flexibility through hot and cold temperatures, in other words, different seasons. But look at this. This is those Draylon fibres, and it just blocks that hole, and it stays put. I'm going to put a fair amount in there. We don't really need it, to be honest, but
so it sits in there, doesn't it? It seals the hole. So that, as far as your roof's concerned, as far as your gutter's concerned, it seals that hole
instantly,
and it stops the leak.
And the great thing is, though it's done that instantly, and my word, you really see how it has completely. If we put more in here, it's still going to
just
drip.
run through.
Yeah, oh, keep going.
Because that is...
empty your
we've
tin.
fixed. You can see it's stopped above it actually going into the funnel.
This is it.
Pop some more in there because it'll still drip through, won't
It will.
this one?
And you know what? Because with the ROOFIX, there's those fibres that have weaved together. Here, it just drips all the way through.
And not only is it instant, it's going to last, Charlie, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely right. Again, that's because, again, it's all about, for me, yes, the Draylon fibres, that's what bridges the gap and seals the leak.
Yeah.
But it's about the thermo-acrylic resin. That's what's so
So
exciting.
even when the house moves, it's going to carry on working.
It remains flexible. And that's exactly what you need in your
And
house.
that's why
they naturally expand.
Can
The
last
bitumen
10
won't.
years or more.
Great.
So we're not quick fixing and then you get the builders in. We're fixing and it can last 10
fixing.
years or more. That's it. We're just fixing.
We're just fixing.
And so many people say saves them a fortune.
Yeah, oh, it can do as well.
Yeah.
Because you know, if you have got a leak, it can cost so much money. I mean,
Thousands.
Yeah, so
we've got some reviews.
People
say
buy it.
thousands of pounds.
Yeah,
they've saved on a
there's
on a
one
new
that said
roof.
I think it's 3,000, 3,500, 1,880. So many people have saved so much money using ROOFIX.
But not just roofs.
And it's
Yeah.
the hassle, it's the upheaval of moving everything out. Then you have to redecorate it. It's the emotional value to it,
Yeah,
especially if you've got
absolutely.
a busy, few months ahead.
I think
really.
we've all got busy lives, haven't we?
We
You
have.
you want something solved instantly. This is doing it.
Now, let's talk about guttering now. Now, quite often the guttering, you might have to replace bits. Maybe the joints have come a little bit loose.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the hinges. Maybe it's where it joins the downpipe. You know, only of these areas can be fixed. And you might want to get the grey one for this, but I'm showing you the black just so
Yeah.
you can see
it on-
how much I've applied here. So, all I'm going to show you first, I've actually drilled holes in this guttering. If you've got bigger holes, I'm going to
it's
show you how to
raining
fix
through.
So your guttering's not much good, love.
No.
No, that's not ideal.
That's all
is it?
running down the side of the house now. Now it's wetting the bricks terribly.
Yeah, and it's going to cause damp issue. It can make the patio slippery, can't it?
Yeah.
Well, how about this? You haven't got to clear out the water even, but brush away the leaves if you've got bits
Yeah,
of
there's a
moss
bit of
in there.
debris and stuff. Yeah,
all
clean
that sort of stuff. Then all I'm going to do is take a little bit of ROOFIX. This could be one trip up a ladder. This could save a fortune replacing your guttering. And all I'm going to do is
And
just
there's no
slap it
skill
on.
involved, is there? I was going to
No.
say.
Do you know what? I'm a perfectionist when it comes to decorating, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And
You
then-
virtually do just slap this on
Yeah.
and the job is done.
If I've missed one, we'll soon know, but I think I've got them all there. And then,
Now, the point is that it's straight away, it's instant, isn't it?
I'm going to pour in the water and
Fill
there
her
we
up.
have it. Those Draylon fibres have sealed those holes.
That is
and
so
that, my
good.
friends, is your guttering fixed.
Brilliant.
In an absolute instant. Honestly, remember all building materials. So whatever your guttering is made of, it makes no odds. Whatever your roof is made from, it makes no odds. As instantly, as quickly as we're seeing here, that leak, and look at that split there, big old split at the actual centre of the actual guttering. Slapping it on just like Charlie did. Look at the instant
But it's
result.
not just for PVC when you're looking at this. You can also use it on cast iron, on metal, on copper, on concrete. This is ROOFIX M multi-surface. All your guttering, all your roof surfaces. We'll run you through everything that you can use it on. But it's big gaps as well, isn't it?
Absolutely right, guys. Well, John, we've got an old bit of guttering here. This has been on TV for many, many years.
Longer than us.
Famous. It's been on TV longer than me. But you know what? This was actually two complete bits of guttering.
It had completely split, hadn't it?
Completely split. Now, if you've got a large pit like this, just a little bit of a tip. Get a little bit of tape, a little bit of duct tape or whatever, really. Put it around the base.
Good tip, great.
Paint it on there, let it dry. Then once it has, after a few days or a day or two, pull out the tape and then you've got it sorted there. So bigger gaps can also be solved.
And that you'd look at and think, well, we'll have to have that replaced, but no, ROOFIX fixed
this is it.
And again, you could have used the white paint. We have got black, white and grey. Just warning you, the big bundle in the black, massively busy. A third of the entire stock now sold out and gone. How much of the grey?
In the grey, a quarter of the stock in the big bundle.
A lot of the new buildings have got grey windows, grey guttering and things.
I
It's
actually like
nice.
the look of it, you know, because if you've got an old bit of roof on there, or maybe you want your roofs of your outbuildings to match your main house.
Yeah.
There's all this to
The
go.
finish looks really good,
I
doesn't
like
it?
it.
Yeah,
me
does.
too.
You've got that protection property, that's peace of mind, but it's so easy to put on. If you are putting it on a large
Charlie,
space, go on.
The whites at a quarter of the stock sold out and gone as well. Do you sing or anything? Because I think we're going to run out of
Oh, he's a good mover, though.
dancer.
I've seen him move.
Yes,
I'm there.
yes, should have seen him at the
Stay
Christmas
tuned.
party.
Stay
yes,
tuned. soon for the
definitely.
moves.
But we are hugely busy on all colour options now. It's just going to be the first colour to go, so please do check your baskets through. Haven't had it since April, this product,
Really,
so
yeah.
it's really thrilled to have it back.
Yeah.
Because it's a
brilliant.
trade product that's
Yes.
actually developed for us to use at home, and it's a TV exclusive, so you don't buy it at the DIY
No,
stores.
you won't see this in any DIY store. I'm always in them. It's my biggest passion. I love DIY. I've never found it there. You might find the old bitumen product. This is completely different. There's no bitumen in here. There's no tar in here. It's so special, and that's why people absolutely come back from one. They love it. But you know what? If you have got leaks on your roof, again, it could be your house. It could be slate roofs there.
Yeah.
It could be shingles. That's
Well,
what we
it's
call it, some shingles.
so
If it's
many
something
surfaces,
like
isn't
felt.
it?
Yeah, it can be. It could be. Do you know what? My neighbour, he has got a bay window. We've got exactly the same house. We've got like a semi-detached, and his bay window in his living room caved in.
Oh.
It was all right, and he was telling me a story the other day, and it cost him so much money. So I'm going to put a layer of this on my bay window.
Yeah.
as I possibly
Well, my
can.
mum, she's got like a glass sort of lean-to really, where the laundry room's underneath it, and we had 2 lots of people come out. The second lot of people, we paid them a good £2,000. They took the whole roof off,
Wow.
put a whole new roof back on.
Still leaked.
Oh, you're joking?
So honestly, I did a show, one of my very first shows with ROOFIX, and I was like to Martin, I was like, do you think it'll work? And he was like, yeah, take this home. And he gave me a white tin, take it home and try it. Fixed it instantly.
Really? And you know, it
And
is...
we'd wasted all that money.
Oh, don't, honestly. And every
So
single
a bay
building should have some
window,
of this in there.
conservatory roof. So don't just think it has to be a flat roof or a garage roof. All those different
Yeah,
situations.
it is. But the cost can be astronomical, can't it?
save
Yes,
a
the
fortune.
repair, but what does it damage inside too? And
Yes.
it could be Ando, your favourite armchair or a quilt that sort of was passed down to you.
Yeah.
It could be your child's
It could be
favourite
ruining
toy.
your wallpaper, or it could be
Yeah.
over your brand new lawnmower. It's, you know, honestly, in an instant, the problem's gone.
Yeah, it could cause rust issues, damp issues, mould issues, all sorts. We know the problem with leaks, but honestly, knowing you've got a tin of this ready to go, it's a nice feeling to know you can get up a ladder and just fix it yourself. Even, you know, if it rains shortly afterwards. We've just done some of these underwater. In fact, I've got lots more
Yeah.
demonstrations.
Yes.
Now, remember, I was saying earlier, any building material,
Yeah.
even waterproofs, cardboard.
Cardboard.
We're going
right.
to show you that, aren't we? in a
It's
second?
a bit of fun, this, yeah.
Cardboard is a nightmare if it's wet. You know, if you've got a cardboard wine holder, if
it
that
gets
cardboard gets wet,
Yeah.
that's your wine gone because it's dropped through the cardboard.
Well, it is.
It's
It
destroyed.
turns to mush, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In moments, it
So
does.
all these different building materials, virtually all and everything, but let's show you the extreme.
Well,
Yeah.
if it can waterproof and seal a cardboard box, then you're laughing, aren't
And
you?
you've got 2 boxes, so what's the story?
We have. Well, firstly here we've got bitumen, okay? This is
Okay.
what we've been using in other
So
demonstrations.
that's what you're buying a DIY store.
Yeah,
Got waterproofing properties.
Exactly. This has got nothing to do with ROOFIX. It's completely different. But this is what you might normally have bought in the past. But you can see under the box here, we've got these holes. It's done a little bit of a job of waterproofing it, but it's not going to seal those gaps. And that's exactly what we want when we've got that leak on a roof. So if I pour in some water here, you can see, folks, that is going to run straight out of those holes.
Well, yeah, it
That
hasn't,
saves
like you
nothing.
say,
Yeah.
it hasn't filled the holes, has it? It's filled the inside of the box just
Yeah,
like a
it's-
regular pane,
yeah.
really.
Solved absolutely
So
nothing.
the leak isn't solved.
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
So what do we need?
Right, we need ROOFIX, folks.
Look at the
Now,
difference.
this box is quite ancient now. This
We've
is, I had to
worked-
guard this with my life.
Yeah, we've worked alongside this box for, how old is it now? About,
It must be about 18 years or
yeah, I was
something.
going to say about
grief.
18 years. And they've had it at shows and exhibitions where it stands with water in it. So it's the same box, it's got the same holes
Yeah,
underneath.
Same holes,
As the
same
one
box,
that we've just shown
as
you.
the bitumen one we just used there. And you can see that's actually made it soggy already there.
Yes.
That hasn't protected it already. So, take same box, but with ROOFIX, and we're going to make ourselves a little pond here. We're going to pour in loads of water, and that is sealing and protecting even cardboard. Something so delicate like cardboard is completely sealed.
I'm thinking now, if you've got a water feature that's leaking, it's
Well,
going to
you
work.
did it
well,
on your
actually,
mum's, didn't
yes,
you?
that's, yeah. My brother, who is so, what's the word?
Oh, sceptical.
Sceptical, that's
Right.
the word.
I was
There's many
wondering
words,
where you were
but
gonna go there.
Sceptical was the
It's
word I was
true
trying to.
sometimes, yeah.
And he was like, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. When it worked on Mum's roof, he was like, oh, Oh, yeah. Oh, it does work. And then the other day, he actually fixed Mum's water
did it,
feature.
yeah.
He
used
got it out and used it.
Yeah.
And he
And he
honestly,
fixed the water
he
feature.
can't. It's amazing, and it was leaking really bad. We were forever filling it up, no longer, because it stopped the leak completely.
Absolutely right. So you've got those Draylon fibre reinforcements. That's knitted together, and also it's that thermo-acrylic resin, and that's what's maintained the flexibility over the past 18 years. And in fact, I'll pour some out for you. How about that?
It's just an extreme demonstration, but we've got some pictures to show you as well.
Yes.
Of a cardboard boat.
Yeah.
Now,
This was a school competition,
Yes,
wasn't it?
Yeah, they have to make boats out of cardboard, didn't they?
Martin that ran flag paints for many, many years, and it was his niece, and she was in a competition at school, and they thought, right, they had to make a boat out of cardboard. And we can see the other people sort of sinking in the background, but their boat didn't sink.
No, it didn't sink. And do you know what? I think they were the heroes of the day here.
That's it.
And that was
Waterproof
just-
cardboard.
Yeah, it's with Roofix, and you can actually sit in it and it floats. I mean, that is incredible.
I mean, that is phenomenal, but just proving the point that Roofix really will work with, we say all building materials, but even waterproofs that cardboard as well. We are hugely busy. You do need to please check your baskets out. If you do want to go for this, hasn't been with us since April, and stock going super fast.
Really quick.
If you're after the black large bundle, details on your screen right now, 40% of that stock sold out and gone. If you're after the white,
That's also flying.
a quarter of the stock sold out and gone.
Yep.
And a grey is the third of the stock sold out and gone. But
We've gotta
you
be
will
quick.
Absolutely love it. But sadly, it's a trade paint. They make it this exclusively for us, the Roofix M, but only when they're able to. So we don't have shows every day of the week. We
No, I
don't
don't
have
know when I'm
stock
back with this.
every day. So you do need to stock up whilst we have it. What have you got there?
So, well, John, this shows the flexibility. Now, hopefully, your house is not going to be doing this, but this proves that point once and for all. So as we go through different seasons, different temperature changes, your house is naturally going to expand and contract. But because you've got that thermo-acrylic resin compound, that gives you that flexibility, and it's designed to give you that flexibility for years to come. And that's why we say, guys, this is designed to last you for 10 years.
I think a lot of us don't realise how much our houses move, and especially if you live by trees as well, because it's moving from underneath. But the temperatures make your hand, you're in my hand, it makes your house expand and contract. You often see perhaps a crack on the wall, and that's because your
On the
house is
inside of
or
your
perhaps on
house,
the
yeah.
ceiling in the kitchen. But when it's the roof, you've then got a leak, and you're solving that problem instantly with
you
this.
really are. And do you know what people say? Well, do we have to wait for clear, dry days? You
No.
absolutely don't. Can I show you something? Which
Yeah.
I love showing people this.
Yeah,
is great.
do.
Okay.
When it comes to fixing that leak, if it's going to be painting onto wood, onto felt, onto metal, whatever, can I just grab that paint?
What do you need?
Yeah, you grab it.
Your tin.
And then I've got stuff everywhere. I've got so much more to show
But you need the Roofix, definitely.
We do, right. So a bit of an extreme example.
Okay.
Can you use it in wet conditions if it's damp? Absolutely you can. This is very extreme. We're submerging this bit of wood. This is basically showing you the incredible adhesion you get even in damp conditions. So if it's going to be on your roofing felt, on your asphalt, it's going to give you that bonding
What?
straight
Oh, wow.
away. So you still get that adhesion.
That's crazy.
Even underwater. So if you fix your leak and it starts raining, well, you're absolutely fine. Look at that. It's
And
not
we
budging.
see that with those clips, honestly, instantly. If there is a leak on a roof in guttering, it will seal the leak instantly, even like we're saying on a damp day, even if it starts raining straight away as soon as you've done it. And what you'll do is you will go, you can see here, you've got a leak. Perhaps you're not quite sure where it is. Here we know where it is, so we're going to concentrate on that area. But just do the whole of the roof. And what you'll find by just virtually slapping this on, not has it instantly fixed the roof, well, it has, even if it starts to rain straight away. But because it has got these properties where it does move, it can last 10 years.
Yeah,
or more.
10 years and beyond. And the details that you see on the screen, remember, that gives you up to 20 square metres of coverage. And just to give you an idea, average garage roof, about 18 square metres. So you could do your whole garage roof and still have some left over. It's a DIY essential to have in your store just in case.
You want some left over for a day like it's been today. The heavens
Yes,
open.
yes.
That leak's there. You can't go onto our website and buy this all the time. time. We don't have it every day of the week. So stock up now, and you know it's in the shed to solve that problem instantly.
And the other thing, application is really easy. You don't need any DIY skills, do you?
If you've never decorated before, if you can hold a paintbrush, then you literally just slap it on. So this could be a roof at home. So if you see that leak, all you need to do, remove some of the loose debris. So if you've got bits of moss there, if you've got bits of dried dirt, sweep it off. Maybe with a brush there. You haven't got to wash it even. You haven't even got to get a primer for this. You need no primer. You literally remove what you can and slap it on. Now they recommend just painting around the perimeter first, because that's where the joins are, so make sure you do a thorough job, and then pour it in the middle, use a squeegee, just spread it out, and then folks, that is it. You leave it. And if you're worried about, oh, have I put enough on? Well, you can actually use a bit of chalk to mark out your square footage, but to be honest, you can just put it straight on and let it do its job. So yeah, I think for the price, for the peace of mind, it's worth absolutely every penny.
It is. So many people say it saved them. Some amazing 5-star reviews. Actually, just the one-off words. Fantastic product. Does what it says on the tin. Very good. Super sealant. Great product. Brilliant. Easy to use. Great item. This was perfect for what I needed. Best on TV. Best of the best. Excellent product. Very good. And this paint is brilliant. Exceptional product.
So many we've had over the years with ROOFIX. This one's a brilliant one. I got ROOFIX to repair my garage roof as it was leaking. I had estimates of £3,500 to repair the roof. I sat on the sofa, my wife made me a cup of tea. As I was drinking tea, I was watching ROOFIX on TV, and I asked my wife what it was. She said, watch and see. I was amazed to see how easy it was to administer to the garage roof, and it was so easy and did a great job. What a great product. Saved £3,500 there, but it's not just for roofs, remember. It's for all your different types of guttering as well.
Any building material, so any of your guttering, whether it's cast iron, copper, concrete, but then it's your felt roofs. It can be lead, it can be wood or metal or galvanised metal or fiberglass or plastic or acrylic or PVC or tiles. Like you're seeing there, instantly will fix that leak. And that's whether that is, as we say, a roof, whether it's a bay window, whether it's a conservatory, whether it's your guttering. If you've got a leak, honestly, ROOFIX is your solution. And you have got, at the minute, 3 different colour options. So if it is the conservatory, it's white, you've got a white option. If you've got one of these nice new builds, and a lot of the windows and things are grey,
yeah, the guttering.
You've got a grey. But the black is always the most popular, but every colour option is going really quickly.
Now, we also have size options available for you. We have a 1 litre tin. This is really bitty as well. This is going to give you 1 square metre of coverage.
So if you really know where the leak is, you could go for the smaller.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd need to know exactly where it is.
And it's just £22.99 for the 1 litre. 562973 is your item number. Then we go to a 5 litre tin. Now, the more you buy, the better the value.
Yeah, so if you times £22.99 by 5, we're talking about £115. This, as you can see on your screen, is £59.99, normally £69.99, and this will cover 5 square metres.
Yeah, down to £59.99. 5 square metres, just to give you an idea, the average shed roof we're talking about. Remember, it comes in the 3 colour options, in black, in grey, or in white. 811037, but the black in the 5 litre, 40% of the stock has already gone.
Wow.
Use PayPal Pay in 3 if you pay online, £21.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments there. However, the best buy of all, the best value, is if you go for the 4 5 litre tins. This is 20 litres in total. It's like you get a tin free with the price.
Yeah, so this will cover the area of a garage, and you'll have left over as well. But because it would normally be £240, you're saving £60. So it is like you're getting a tin completely free of charge. Now, we're busy on all 3 colours. Stock-wise, half the entire stock is sold out and gone. White-wise, white is a third. Third is grey. A third of the stock is sold out and gone. A quarter of the white is sold out and gone. But half the stock of the black sold out and gone. So it's only going to be the stock that we've got. We nearly always have sellouts with ROOFIX because it is a trade paint. This is a trade company that's been going since 1939, and they specialise in trade paints. They make this especially for us. It's a TV exclusive. So ROOFIX M is designed for us to use at home, but they can only make it when they're not particularly busy
with trade,
making paints for trade. And they are the suppliers to the Ministry of Defence, the London Underground, so that they supply some big companies. So you can't buy this from us every day of the week. So when we have the stock, and we haven't had a show since April, please grab it and check your baskets out.
Whilst we've got it in stock. So 360407 is your item number. So many different surfaces because this is ROOFIX M multi-surface. So whether it's wood, OSB, galvanised, asbestos, fiberglass you can use it on, composites and plastics, metals, acrylics, PVCs, and polycarbonate even. But it's not just roofs, remember, you can use it on all your different guttering. So PVC, cast iron, metal, copper gutters, concrete gutters.
That means flat roofs, flashing, porches, guttering, PVC, garage roofs, roofing panels, sheds, conservatories, bay windows, the greenhouse, a lean-to, because it's all those different materials. And this is how it works.
You literally just slap it on. Now you can see you've got a leak here. It's quite a big crack in the guttering that you see there. Wipe away any excess dirt and slap the ROOFIX on. It fills those gaps. It's not like a bitumen, it's not like a runny gloss paint. Those Draylon fibres knit together and they fill the gap, whether it's a tiny gap or bigger gaps as well.
And the wonderful thing is, because it has these incredible properties, the Draylon fibres weave together, but it also has properties that it will expand and contract with weather, which our properties do, and that's why you get the cracks, because our buildings move. So it will actually expand and contract. So it's not a temporary fix. It can last 10 years or more, so many people say. But please, this has been our #1 DIY product here on Shop on TV, but actually for many years. The 5-star reviews for this are incredible. We actually had a friend just recently message us when we were at home, and we'd worked alongside him for many years, and they're like, does ROOFIX work? And we're like, yes, get it. Honestly, it's brilliant. I just bought it, and again, tremendous results. Remember, colour options are available, but we will have sellouts. You do please need to check those baskets through. And there's your colours. So whether it is a conservatory or a lean-to or a bay window and it's white, you've got the white option. The grey is, I think, quite a modern colour, which is really busy tonight, actually.
Maybe you just want your garage roof as a nice contemporary finish, or your shed roof. That grey is great. You can really see the Draylon fibres there. The black is the busiest. If you want to get that black in the 20-litre configuration, half the stock's gone. 360-407. Use PayPal paying $362.31 on your first of 3 payments. Phone's already busy, but you can go to the phones 03333 241 241.
We're going to step away for a minute because we are so busy. You're hearing the stock that's gone, but so much is in baskets. And remember, it's not yours till you check your basket out. So we can be in a situation very quickly where more people are ordering than stock is available. So please check your baskets through whilst that stock is there. We will come back to this in a little while when we know what stock we've got left. But honestly, check your baskets through really quickly.
Now, when we have flag paints, we also bring you Black Magic. This is a brilliant paint because it has a built-in rust converter. So maybe you've got items at home that have gone rusty and you think, I'm going to throw them away. It might be your garden gates, it might be balustrades or fencing. The great thing with Black Magic is you just take away any excess rust and you slap it on.
Yeah, you don't need any primers, you don't need any other products. You do virtually slap it on, and because it's got this very clever sort of water-based product that honestly leaves this really even satin finish, and you don't have to be a good painter, or all of a sudden you're like, wow, did I do that? And it looks brand new. Doesn't look like you've repainted. There's nothing worse than things that look repainted. This makes your item look like this is how you bought it. And the great thing is it goes on metal, plastic, timber, MDF, stone, glass, PVC. So you can have things all matching in the garden as well. That's like you were saying, just get rid of the excess rust.
Yeah, just brush that away and then slap it on. It's as simple as that. You don't need any skills once again. It's also, look at that, it's a factory finish. It's like it's brand new again. Yeah. It's also heat resistant up to 500 degrees. So if you want to use it on fire pits, you want to use it on chimneys or fire surrounds inside. It's not just for outside, you can use it inside as well. And that one coat gives you that gorgeous factory finish. minimal drip marks and brush marks. It's not like a regular paint. We're just getting busier and busier. 974362 is the 2.5 litre tin. There's also a smaller tin available.
Yeah.
But you will, once you use this, you always say this, you look for things
It's
to
always
paint.
the bigger tin that goes first, because you do think, oh gosh, it goes on so many things. Perhaps you've got a mishmash of garden furniture, and this year you're like, oh gosh, I wish I had it all matching. I've got some plastic seats, I've got some wooden seats, I've got some metal seats. You could actually make them all look the same, because this will paint onto plastic, paint onto wood, paint onto metal. It'll go onto terracotta as well. You could get all your pots to look the same.
All the different
But then it does go, and we're going to show you all this, how it goes onto wood. So it could be the wooden sort of, it's a funny word this, isn't it? Knobs that go onto the drawers.
Door
and
knobs,
things.
door
Yeah,
knobs.
door
It's only
knobs.
funny if you make it funny,
Yeah,
Hayley.
sorry. I just
Nothing
find it
funny about doorknobs.
No, there's not. It could be your doorknobs and things like that. You could change the whole look of your kitchen if you like. But it will go on to, we'll take a look, all these different materials.
Yeah, you can see whether it's wood, metal, it could be rusty metal, like we say, because it's got that built-in rust converter. Again, PVC and glass. Honestly, you can use it on a glass surface.
Bumpers on wheels and things. People have used it on cars. People have even used it on the black areas of the car, like the bumper, but also on the dashboard.
The inside, yeah.
Honestly, it's amazing, and it's so easy to apply, and it gives such a brilliant finish.
Look at this.
Time and time again. This is my favourite. Whenever we do a show, I'm like, have you got the love bench? This, I mean, this looks like you'll have to throw it out. You're never going to sit on there. You're going to get a brown, rusty bottom, aren't you, if you sit onto that seat? But look at it afterwards. And we know the story behind this. This was actually applied when a friend popped down to the shop to get some lunch, and Martin painted it while she was out, and the finish is just immaculate, that it looks brand new again.
That's when we say factory finish.
Yeah, that could now be in a garden centre with a nice little brown cardboard label saying £560 or something.
So for upcycling and recycling, absolutely brilliant. And Charlie's going to run us through how versatile this is and the story behind it.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, I mean, this has been going for so long now. And do you know what? Just briefly, when you talk about upcycling, you don't want it to look like you've upcycled.
There's nothing worse.
You don't want to see brush marks, do you?
Nothing worse.
Because it looks amateur then.
Yeah.
But yeah, this basically takes away the problem of working out what paint you need for a certain job, because it's a multi-purpose paint. As you said, it goes on all these different materials.
And we don't even need primers, even if it's really rusty.
Well, this is it. Normally, let's say you're painting a bit of wood, you need to buy paint for the wood, then a primer for that. You might be painting a radiator, then there's a specialist paint for the primer.
And it withstands real temperatures, so great for radiators.
Yeah, up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 260 degrees Celsius.
Brilliant.
So yeah, that's a heat resistant paint you have to go out and buy. So suddenly you have to spend a lot of money for all these jobs around the house. It takes away all those problems. So yeah, built-in primer, built-in rust converter. What that basically does, I'll show you on this pipe here, that's right. Because if you've got a problem like this,
that's pretty rusty.
That is extreme. If that's a rusty pipe work, do you know what? That could be an old wartime garden gate that you might think, oh, I have to throw out. But no, because it converts the rust into a polymer, that polymer gets absorbed into the paint, and it helps even give it that protective coating. And that neutralises the rust, not just instantly, it will carry on doing it for years and years to come.
Perhaps you're trying to sell your property, but actually from the outside it doesn't look so good because everything's really rusty.
Yeah, this is
you can very quickly, easily paint all those bits up, and it looks more attractive from the curb appeal, they call it.
Well, you might have different colour bits of guttering where you've had to replace it over the years.
Because it'll go onto the plastic guttering as well,
Well, this will make your house look all uniformed and so smart.
Right.
You know what? If yes, we've got a bit of guttering here. If that was like an old plastic plant pot, it looks like wrought iron. It makes it look so expensive. But you can see you've got minimal brush marks, and all you do is just paint it on. 99 times out of 100, you only need to use one coat. So it's quick and easy to do.
I'm thinking about our meter boxes.
Yes.
They would look so much nicer and matching with all the black,
I think so. Do you know what? We've got so much to show you here. But my favourite thing about this is actually how strong it is. You get brilliant adhesion. Now, let me just show you this first of all. This is not Black Magic. This is another black paint. And you can see, just to show you how brittle some paints can be, you can see it just peels, it flakes all over the place. When I got some in my hand there.
As soon as it moves, it comes off there.
Yeah, you can
that
see
was
there.
fully painted, and you can see how much it's flaked. Oh, God.
It's flicking off.
Yeah, it just flakes, it cracks. Oh,
because paint,
look at that.
it isn't sort of flexible. It's not going to...
No,
It's not going to move,
is it?
Because you need
It's gonna chip
primers.
off, isn't it?
This is a specialist paint. That's what Flag's all about. They've been going since 1939. They specialise in so many different paints. And as I think we've mentioned already, they've supplied paints over the years to the Ministry of Defence, to the London Underground.
Yeah.
And they even have another sector of paints for boats, for ships, for yachts. Like they're basically copper paints for like the hulls of boats.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're fantastic, this company.
It's
We
what
love
they
Flag.
do is specialist paint.
Specialist paint.
They allow and design for us as TV exclusives, which is great.
And we can buy it. Now, do you know what? On this plastic bottle, we've used Black Magic, and you can see that's not cracking, that's not flaking, that's not going to peel.
That's very different.
It doesn't crack, flake, or peel. How amazing is that? And we can try it. Now, do you know what? This is also a little bit of a legendary prop. This has been around in shop and telly for years. Do you know what? I think someone actually gave it a good old stress test.
Yeah.
It was a buyer, actually.
It was a buyer,
Was it a
yeah.
buyer,
I was
was
thinking
it?
about
We know the
buying
man.
the product, yeah.
And look at it.
For a television show, and they were like, right, let
We'll
me
give it a
see.
test.
And
And
they
you can see.
completely did that.
And it's not peeling off, it's not flaking. And do you know what? That is an extreme example. You know, your guttering isn't going to do that. Your gate isn't going to do that. In fact, I've got some guttering here. I mean,
how
we can
great
really
it looks.
twist it. That is not budging. That's not cracking. That's not flaking. In fact, I've got an even more extreme demonstration to show you this.
And the finish is amazing, because you wouldn't think, you'd think that's how you bought it. It's not a brush mark in
No,
sight on there.
it's like a factory finish, isn't
It
it?
is. It's
I
like
hate
satins.
brush marks. You know, I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, I'm
when
the
it comes to
same. We
decorating.
changed all our doors at
Our
home when we
interior
moved
doors,
into our
yeah.
home. They'd painted them, and they all had brush marks and drip
Drips.
marks.
Oh,
so we
no.
changed every door.
Oh,
'cause
I couldn't cope with that.
I couldn't stand
I would
it.
lose sleep over that. I couldn't cope with that. But you know what? I'm a perfectionist, and literally 99 times out of 100, you only need one coat.
Right.
Now, do you know what? Just for a bit of fun, I want to show you just how good the adhesion is. Again, it's a built-in primer, built-in rust converter. I've painted a bit of foil here. If I scrunch this up, right. When I open that up, you expect it to just flake everywhere,
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah.
You expect it to peel.
Definitely on tin
But
foil.
that, my friends,
Wow.
is still on the foil. Not a single bit. Look at that.
That's brilliant.
Amazing.
That has got brilliant adhesion,
Yeah.
and it's good, like you said, for so many different materials. The only thing it's not suitable for is shiny metal, but to be honest, you can just sand it down,
Yeah,
give
you
it
can.
a
Roughen it up.
Well, we've done that. We've done that here actually
With those
This
knobs,
This
yeah.
is like
And here as well.
a shiny metal, but all we've done is actually sort of sand it down. And look at the difference. You could change the whole look of an office or of a kitchen.
Well, it's old furniture that it's really
furniture, yeah,
dated
yeah.
that you might throw
So
out.
people actually, what I'm really tempted to do with this is actually paint my my staircase, because black looks so good.
Yeah.
And if you have matching accessories like black frames to go with
yeah,
it,
that
who knows
really
what you
cool.
could do.
And even plastic. Perhaps you've got really cheap sort of plastic wheels on your office furniture or on your office chairs. Look at the difference when you paint it
Maybe
back.
a stool
And it
you've got to buy
still
a breakfast
works. That's
stuff.
the great thing.
Well, this is it, and part of the reason I wanted to show you this is that wheel still works. It's not a thick, gloopy paint.
No.
So it's still designed to keep things moving, like that wheel, for example. So you get great adhesion, but it's not gloopy. It's not going to gunk it all up. In fact, whilst we're talking about that, people, yes, can use it outside, inside, and outside, and it is a water-based paint, so it's environmentally friendly.
Right.
And when you finish, you can wash your brush in water too.
Heaven.
Yeah, honestly.
One of the worst things about painting is cleaning the brushes.
It is. But literally seconds and that's it, your brushes are clean. But this is really to show you the different types of wood. Again, it's much more than just wood. But we've got MDF here, we've got some plain wood here, we've got some timber. And this is really, really important for me. This is a bit of decking. And if you are painting decking, you can, but you can see it's not going to be slippy because it's not going to fill in all the
A regular
grooves.
paint would, wouldn't it? It'd just
It would
fill
fill
up
in the
like a little
grooves.
river.
Exactly.
And that would get rid of the non-stick, wouldn't it?
Absolutely
Or
right.
non-slip.
The anti-slip properties.
Yeah.
It absolutely would. So this is not a thick, gloopy paint. But let me show you how easily this applies. We've got lots more before and afters to show you. But if you're looking to make all the items around your house really nice and neat, then go for it. I mean, everything from your gates to your manhole covers to furniture to all sorts. It keeps going. Now, I've got old tools here, and it's starting to get a little bit rusty. So all you need to do, literally, just get a wire brush, remove some loose bits, give it a bit of a wipe, and then you just apply your Black Magic. Again, normally you'd have to get a primer, you'd have to get a rust converter, and then a primer.
Right.
Now, with rust converters, quite often they're acid-based. This isn't. So people don't like using those. Phosphoric acid, I think, they're normally used. But you haven't got to worry about any of that. That is all about rust converters, but you don't need to buy a separate one. This is not acid. This is completely different. It neutralizes the rust, turns it into a polymer, and that polymer gets absorbed into the property of the paint. So you've neutralised the rust. It's going to last a long time.
Look at
and
that.
that's going to look like brand new.
Look how even that is instantly.
In that one coat.
So you don't need to be a painter. Sometimes it's better not to be a painter because you'll take too much time on it, because you can virtually just slap it on, and then it has this amazing satin finish where there's no brush marks.
It's brilliant, isn't it? No brush marks, no drip marks, one coat. It's simple, it's easy to use.
And it's neutralised the rust.
And you'll use it all around that. I mean, look at this on a glass vase. Even on glass surfaces you can use it on as well. So many different surfaces you'll use it on. You'll be looking for things. Look at that. I mean, the finish is perfect,
This is great as well. Perhaps you've got some garden furniture that's starting to look really a bit naff, and you know you want to spruce it up. Looks so different once you've painted it. And I know as well some people have actually got some items that they bought and they thought were for the garden, but actually in the garden they started to disintegrate. You could actually paint things that you've got indoors and put them out, because it'll make them water resistant.
Yeah, this is it. So yeah, got water resistant properties, all sorted. We've got plastic here, we've got metal, we've got iron girders, we've got old piping in there too. But I think honestly, if it's going to be for your front door, for your front gate, having everything matching just looks so beautiful. And you haven't got to worry about primers. One paint for all of this.
And when you look at the before snap, Charles, we're so busy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. If you want this, do go. The larger tin is always the favourite. You can check it all out on our website, but these are like the results you will get. Have a look at this love bench. You would think that was going to be thrown out. You would think that would be the end. You're not going to sit on there. You're going to get a rusty brown bottom. But have a look how even when it's really intricate, it doesn't fill in those holes.
The finish that you get there is what we call that factory finish, the difference that it makes there. You've got the 2.5 litre details on screen. There's a 1 litre available as well for you, but take a look at the detail there. No skill required. Again, you just slap it on. No drip marks, no brush marks, giving you like new finishes. These were old
they were throwing them out, weren't they?
Out of the
Jim was actually throwing them out, and they got hold of them. They did them all up, and didn't they give them to a charity or something, because they had such an amazing
like new
finish.
Again.
They looked like new. But we did this to our bikes.
Yeah, it could be your regular bike that you see there, the bike frame. Again, if it's got rust on it, if you've left it outside like we did, it gives it that factory finish once again. It looks brand new again. It's also completely heat resistant, up to 500 degrees. So if you want to use it on things like a chimney, as you see there, look how it looks.
And you can still use it because it withstands the temperature.
A fire pit, it's going to be great on. Also great on things like fire surrounds inside the home, if you want to transform your fire surround inside. So 974362 is your item number, at £45 or £16.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments with PayPal.
I'm super busy. It's great to have your company. It's all about flag paints. These are trade paints that are developed for us here on Shop on TV. TV exclusives that you won't find in a DIY store, but my goodness, can make such a difference. We love our ROOFIX, and our ROOFIX, for so many people, it saved them a fortune, because it does what it says on the tin. It will fix your roof, the leak in your roof, or your guttering, or your bay window, or the conservatory, or the greenhouse. And this is how it works.
Yeah, it's ROOFIX M, so it's multi-surface. Literally take away any excess debris, as you can see there. You can see the fibres. It's different to a regular paint. It's different to a bitumen. Those Draylon fibres knit together, and they stop the leak in an instant. Even if it rains straight away, even if it's already wet, it stops that leak, but it's not a temporary fix. This will last for 10 years and beyond. Now, it comes in black, it comes in grey, or it comes in a white option. When you see it on the roof there, you see that instant result, but it's also going to work on all your different types of guttering as well. Now, 5 litre details on the screen for you. That'll give you 5 square metres of coverage. So to give you an idea, that's the average shed roof for 5 square metres.
That's this tin here. You've got variations, and remember, it's not an instant, well, it is an instant fix, but it's not just for instant
It's not temporary.
It lasts up to 10 years, so it'll instantly fix, but will carry on working for 10 years or more. So choice-wise, you can go for 1 litre. It's entirely up to you, but you would need to know exactly where that leak is. And sometimes, even if the drip is in the middle of the ceiling, the actual root or the root to the problem could be at the side of the garage. But if you do want to go for that, it's £22.99. That will cover 1 square metres. The more you buy, the better the deal.
Yeah.
So this is the 5 square metre. You saw the price. If you times that by 5, it'd be £115 practically. £59.99. Normally £69.99, but you have got a special on this. And this, like you were saying, Sean, will cover sort of a shed roof.
Yeah, 5 square metre coverage. So just to give an idea, the average shed roof. Now, at £59.99, it comes in 3 different colours. It comes in black, grey or white, but the black, 50%, half the stock has gone in the 5 litres. So please be quick. Use PayPal Pay in 3, £21.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
Getting really busy on the phones now. And if you are on the phone lines, they will get to you as soon as they possibly can if you're queuing. If you have got opportunity to get to the website and do it on the internet, that is the quickest way. But remember, you must check your baskets through. It's only as long as the stock is there. And we haven't had this since April, this product, so that's 6 months. So grab it whilst we have the stock. We don't have it every day of the week. We haven't done a show since April, so you really have got a tremendous deal here. This is always the most popular.
Yeah, and the best value of all. If you go for 4 5-litre tins, that's 20 litres in total. It gives you 20 square metres of coverage. Now, it should be almost £240 if you bought the tins individually at £60 each. However, it's like you're getting 1 tin free, because we've knocked £60 off the combined
you're
price.
saving £60, so 1 tin completely free of charge. You do need to be quick for this bundle. If you're going for the black option, 60% of the stock has sold out and gone. If you're going for the grey, 40% has sold out.
And if you're going for the white option, 1/3 of the stock has already gone. So whatever you want, get it in your basket. Think about all the different surfaces you're going to use
it's
it
all
on.
building materials. We even showed you in the show as well how it actually waterproofs cardboard, but all building materials. So whether it is a roof, whether it's tiles, whether it is wood, whether it's any of your guttering, any of these items. It could be a flat roof, flashing, porches, guttering, PVC, a garage roof, roof panels, sheds, conservatories, your greenhouse, your lean-to, because it will go on wood, metal, galvanised metal, fiberglass, plastic, acrylic, tiles, PVC. I mean, it's never ending.
And all your different types of guttering, because initially you just think PVC, but cast iron, metal, copper, concrete. It's such a great product. It is ROOFIX M multi-surface.
And that is a TV exclusive with us. It is from Flag Paints. They make trade paints. They have done since 1939. So what you'll find is you won't find this in a DIY store. It's a TV exclusive. If you see a black paint and they say it's waterproof, that's bitumen. It's not ROOFIX. So grab it whilst you can, because you won't get this everywhere and you won't get it every day of the week.
We're busy across the board, whether it's the 1, the 5 or the 20-litre configuration. Time to start confirming your orders and checking those baskets out. Remember, take advantage of PayPal Pay in 3. shopontv.co.uk. Can order on the phones, but we're really busy. 03333 241 241. Check those baskets out right now.
Remember to check out your online basket and complete your order. Once you pay, it's on the way from Shop on TV.
Wow, super busy. We are going to be in situations where more people are ordering than stock is available. Remember, just look how great this is, how the finish is great, but it's the result. It's all about getting rid of that leak, and that's exactly what this does. Even if it starts raining straight away, the leak has gone. And all you need to do is apply it. You don't need to even be a DIYer, because you virtually do just slap this on, don't you?
Yeah, the application's so simple. Just take away any excess debris from around the outside. You can brush away any debris from the main roof itself. But what you've got here are Draylon fibres that knit together. So go around the outside of whatever surface you're doing. You can use your brush around the outside, and then you can literally pour the paint onto the roof surface. If we're talking about something like a garage roof, and remember, this configuration that you've you've got on screen, the 20 litres will give you 20 square metres of coverage. If you pop a little squeegee on the end of a broom handle, and then you can just spread it out.
That makes it so easy, and instantly that area you've covered, it's waterproof and you've sealed any leaks. The Draylon fibres weave together, and the great thing is you've not temporary fixed this. You don't then have to get the builders out or the proper guys out. You have done the job yourself, and it can last 10 years or more. It has a very clever way of looking fantastic because it self-levels, but instantly that job is done. And remember, we have it in a black, a white and a grey, and it doesn't have to be a vast area like this. It might be an area on your bay window, it might be your lean-to, it might be the greenhouse that's leaking, all building materials. It looks fantastic, but actually it's all about the results.
The practicality.
Because a leak can destroy so many things. If it is your garage, it could be your lawnmower, the kids' spikes. If it's the house, it could be the wallpaper. It could be going into the electrics. You want to fix it straight away, and we can.
We absolutely can. And you know what? Yeah, it's the expensive leaks, and it's the emotional stress it can cause.
Gosh, yes.
It can be so sad when
There's
things
nothing
get damaged.
worse.
No, honestly, it's sad. But you know, we're going to fix the leak, and if you can hold a paintbrush, then you can absolutely fix a leak yourself. So we're representing a flat roof here, but this could be a pitched roof. This could be your main building, your house, an outbuilding, a garage, a shed, a dog kennel, a log store, anything. We're using some classic roofing felt here. This could be slate tiles. It could be old felt, new felt. Makes no difference.
And you could be going from one material to another. You perhaps don't know where the leak is. So perhaps you have got flashing. You can cover the whole lot. It will work on all materials.
It can. Well, especially in corrugated roofing, you've got these fixings which are like a rubbery-like material, or it could be like a silicone material. It could be metal nails in there. It could be wooden joints, plastic, all sorts. You can paint it on all around those areas. So I poured some water on here. We're going to make a leak through there, and you can see it coming through already. Let's do another one. Let's not make it easy for ourselves. So if you walk into your house and you see that, what on earth do you think? Like, quick, get on the internet, find a roofing contractor, find one of those trading apps.
And
try
so
and
many people say they get someone out, and it's thousands of pounds it's going to cost them.
Yeah, and the upheaval, it could take months. They may not be able to fix it there and then. Meanwhile, you've got water coming through your roof. Nobody wants that. Right, now, you can use this even in wet conditions, because the chances are when you see a leak, it's going to be raining. Or if you fix it and the heavens open, don't worry about it. I'm not even going to brush that off, guys. I'm going to explain how it works, but just look at that water. That has now fixed that leak.
That is amazing.
Straight into that huge puddle of water.
That is it. Should we do it again? Let's get more water on there.
I love that demonstration, because you try and tell, we try and explain how good this is, how it instantly fixes the leak, how it weaves together, and that leak this leak will be gone. But this is extreme, because we're not even taking away the water.
Well, you would normally, wouldn't you?
Put your hooks up if it's this wet.
That is now sealed.
Brilliant.
And you know what? Because it's got a acrylic compound, it's got a thermo-acrylic compound, which means that's going to remain flexible as we move different seasons. So hot to cold, cold to hot, it makes no difference. And I can even pour more water on it, look. It's fine. That's stay like that for 10 years. No, that's it. Fixed.
No leaks. How amazing is that?
That is such a great demonstration, isn't it?
It is, because this is exactly what this product is about. And this is why we're so proud to sell this here on Shop on TV. But it is all the secret of the actual what it's made of, isn't it?
Absolutely right. Shall I show you that?
I do think, Charlie, sometimes people will be watching and think, oh, I bought a black paint from a DIY store. You can't buy this in a DIY store.
I've never seen this in any DIY store.
And it didn't solve the leak problem. But that actually is a product called bitumen, isn't it?
I've got some of that to show you.
Okay.
Because this might be familiar to you at home, because so this is bitumen. Now it's not bad for like waterproofing kind of properties, but that's pretty much it. And you can see just how runny that is. That's not going to do the same job
like a gloss
as
paint,
roofing.
really,
it is like a gloss paint. It's going to go straight through those holes, straight through those cracks. It's not going to solve your leak.
Like you say, it has got waterproofing properties. We're not saying it hasn't, but it won't solve a leak issue.
No,
it won't fill those gaps that we just did.
Right.
So what's the difference?
Right. Okay. So ROOFIX, it's not a tar product. It's nothing to do with bitumen either. My favourite ingredient in this is this. This is Draylon fibres. So this gives you Draylon fibre reinforcement. This is what finds itself, it knits together, it weaves itself, and it fills in those holes. So that's what seals the leak on your roof instantly. Now with these fibres, they're from the nylon family. This is, well, you get loads and loads and loads of them. You get thousands and thousands of these, and they're just spread out throughout the paint. So all you need to do is paint it on. You don't need to worry about any of this, but I'm just interested. I'm a bit ridiculous.
Well, it's science really, isn't it? Because you can't just put some Draylon fibres into some paint and it will work.
It'll work the same.
They have to be exactly the same size,
right.
the same width.
Well, these are actually computer controlled. That's how they're cut. They have to be so precise. It's the length, it's the width, it's the thickness. They have to be so perfect in order for it to work, in order for them to weave together and seal that leak. And that's what we love about ROOFIX. So that's what basically fills in the gap. That's what stops the leak.
They knit together and stop it.
You can actually see it when you get your paintbrush and you put it into your ROOFIX. You'll see the difference because it's got.
You can see them there. That's all those Draylon fibres. That's what seals the leak. But if you're wondering, okay, well, why is this designed to last 10 years? Well, it's also thanks to that thermo-acrylic resin. That's what naturally, it kind of reactivates itself when it goes through hot and cold temperatures. So it's a flexible product. Unlike that bitumen, this is flexible and it actually stays flexible throughout the years, throughout each year, again, up to 10 years. They actually say at Flag Paints, Joy, it could last even more than
10
that.
years or more, yeah, lots of people have said.
You can see, it's like a jelly-like material.
You can see the fibres there, look.
Yeah.
So they all weave together. The leak has gone, like you saw in that great demonstration at the top, and instantly problem solved, even if it rains straight away.
Can't you? Joe, we've done some roofs. Should we fix some guttering?
Yes.
Let's do this.
Yeah, because it's not just roofs, is it? Any building material.
Any building material. The only thing it's not suitable for is rubber or glazed tiles, but I can't think of times you'll need to put it on that anyway.
To fix those kind of things.
Yeah, exactly. So guttering. Now, quite often, guys, it's around the joints that expand and crack, but do you know what? We've got some holes in here, which I've actually drilled holes on, just as an extreme example. If it's bigger gaps, I'm going to talk you through that in a second, but normally you think that's going to be a new bit of guttering. Maybe you can't buy the same gutter, you have to replace the whole lot.
And that can cause so much damage. If it's raining like it has been today, it's all now going down the bricks of the house.
Slippery patios.
That's the sound at night as well, but also that could mean that you're dampening all the bricks.
Yeah, it could do all that, and you know, you could get damp issues and all sorts. We don't want that. All I'm going to do is literally slap it on. So you're going to hear that a lot.
Dried that.
No, you don't need to dry it. If it's still a bit wet, damp, makes no difference. But you know, if you've got a little bit of moss on there, some leaves, tip that out like you.
To get rid of the you know, the dry sort of bits of debris.
Yeah, and all what this is doing now, this is literally all those Draylon nylon fibres. It's giving you that reinforcement. It's found the holes, it's filled them in, and that is now fixed the leak.
But the thing I love, it's still wet, isn't it? But it's stopping the leak straight away.
There you go. So if it rains straight away afterwards, and that should stay like that for 10 years. So I've just turned 40, that'll be fine till I'm 50 years old. If you think of it that way,
happy days.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Well,
I don't want to add 10 years onto me. We won't bother adding on.
Sharing that.
But how great is that? And you know, there's so many other things. What you say, all building materials. I was saying earlier, my brother used it on my mum's water feature that was leaking terribly. We were ever having to fill it up. It's like a little sort of fountain that comes down, and it's solved the problem there brilliantly.
Really, yeah. And
there's so many different materials. We even waterproof cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard. Should we have a look at that next? Let's
cardboard.
Let me get some more water.
It's the worst product, isn't it, when it's wet?
Yeah.
If you've got a wine holder, a cardboard wine holder, and the cardboard gets wet, You've lost your bottles of wine.
It just turns into mush, doesn't it?
And it's got no strength at all.
No, and you've had it. It's just a waste then, isn't it? So if we can protect cardboard, then you're going to be absolutely fine with your roof and other materials around the house. Now, just briefly, this is not ROOFIX. This is, just to start with, this is bitumen, okay? So this is what you might buy in DIY stores. Don't forget, you can't get ROOFIX in DIY stores. So here is bitumen. Now, you can see, it's done a little bit of a good job when it comes to waterproofing, but you can see the holes underneath it there,
they've not been filled.
They haven't been
hasn't filled the void, has it?
This is it. So if I pour water in, you can see
We've still got the leaks.
Yeah, it's leaking straight through the holes.
So if you've used a black paint from a DIY store and it didn't solve the problem, that's why, because it has waterproofing properties, but it won't seal.
It's not going to fill a leak.
This
It's
is
not
it.
going to fill
This is the
that
difference.
gap.
It's the right tool for the right job, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Honestly, every building needs ROOFIX. It's so nice to know you've got some ready. Right, okay, so this box here, this is about 18 years old. Right?
It is. We've worked alongside that box for about 18 years.
You guys go back a long way with it.
Yes, we do.
We've got history, yeah.
It's got a name and everything. No. But you know what? So just cardboard box, same box as the one we just used, bitumen, but the difference is you've got the Draylon fibre reinforcement. So let's pour water in here and you will see we're going to make a little pond. That's not going to leak through.
Not a drip coming through.
So it's the same kind of box with the same kind of holes, but it's sealed those holes,
It's sealed those holes, it's found the gaps, it's filled them in, it's fixed the leak, and you can see that is filled with water. Let me just
and even though the water sits in there, and I know it shows at exhibitions, they have water sitting there all day
for the whole
days on
day,
end.
yeah.
That's what I was saying about my mum's water feature. It sealed the leak, but there's water sitting in it constantly, and it doesn't leak anymore. And again, that can last 10 years or more because of the flexibility of it. Because everything moves, doesn't it, with the temperature.
All building materials.
And that's completely normal.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's completely natural for it to do. And they call it differential expansion. What that means is really, if you've got well, you're going to have different materials in your house. You might have wood with concrete, with slate, with tiles, with all sorts of materials. They expand at different rates. And
Yes,
they're
of
obviously the
course.
problem areas when it comes to leaks. But your house, hopefully, is not going to do this, all right? But if it can stay flexible, look, no cracks, it's not peeling, there are no leaks going to be formed there, even from underneath. That is going to give you that flexibility.
So that movement's brilliant from season to season when we have extreme temperatures, whether it's heat or cold.
And if you live by trees and things as well, the roots of the ground will make your property really move. You might notice a crack in the wall or in the kitchen ceiling, but when it's a crack in the ceiling and the water's coming through, it's normally panic. But with this, the panic's over because the job is
in
done.
an instant.
Yeah, get on the ladder, go up the ladder once and just fix that leak and job done, you know.
And once, instantly fixed, but can last 10 years or more.
This is it. And honestly, it's so nice to know you've got it. And you might want to use it for a preventative measure. So even if you haven't got a leak, if your roof's, if you know it's getting on a little bit,
perhaps you've got
put it on anyway.
an old shed, and you know the roof's not so good, and you are thinking it's
bit worried about it.
Leak soon. Pop it on first before the leak happens.
And it makes it look good as well. It makes it look good. The finish of it is really nice. Remember, you've got three colours. You've got black, you've got white, or you've got grey. Details on the screen for the 20 litres, which give you 20 square metres of coverage. Just to give you an idea, 18 square metres is pretty much the average garage roof. So you'd have enough for your garage roof, and you'd have some left over. That's like you're getting a tin free.
Yeah, you're
saving £60,
so you get a tin completely free of charge. You can buy the 5 litre on its own, which is £59.99, but it's better value for money, honestly, that big bundle. And you'll want spare, because that day when that leak happens, you'll think, oh gosh, ROOFIX, and you get onto the internet. We don't have it every day of the week. We haven't done a full show, a live show since...
No, I don't know when I'm back either.
So
we've got no more scheduled shows.
Because it's Flag Paints, they do specialist paints for trade.
For trade,
So can only make paint for us when they have the time.
When they've got the stock
and work
as
for
well.
massive companies.
Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. They supply, actually, believe it or not, the Ministry of Defence. How amazing is that?
That's a great
the London Underground too. And they make paints for boats, anti-climb paints for security,
all
things, and just all sorts. They focus on specialist paints for specialist jobs. So it's such a great opportunity to get this. This is a very special show.
Yeah, you could get a builder to come round to fix your roof, and they might get out of the van
can you imagine?
with ROOFIX. Can you imagine? And you could have bought it and done it yourself. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? We've had another little bit of fun with this sieve. You know, again, you're not going to have this as an everyday scenario, but just to prove how good it is at sealing and fixing leaks. Do you know what? This is the first one we used quite a while ago with bitumen. It just poured straight through. You can see some residue left behind.
There's a bit of bitumen left, but not a lot.
There's a little bit there.
It's still a sieve.
Yeah, it's still a sieve. But the next one we got, this has been filled with ROOFIX, just a quick layer, And we've made ourselves just a little pond. There we go. It's now a spoon.
That's
And
it.
it is
It was a
filled.
sieve. It's now a spoon.
And these holes, think how small
tiny, aren't
those
they?
holes
Yeah.
are. It's filled in every one of those holes.
How impressive is that? I'm so proud of this. It's such a great thing. But every building should have this.
Well, it's all your building materials. You've got some
Yes.
building materials by you there. And I think this really gives you an idea, because it's not just roofs, it could be guttering.
Yeah, it could be guttering. Well, do you know what? The way we've displayed these materials, you can see we've got different colours. So this first bit here, that's actually bitumen, just to show you in comparison to the ROOFIX, which is on the side down here. So firstly, guttering, you can see we've applied a bit of bitumen. Well, it's flaked off over
The
time.
gap is still there.
Yeah, still a gap. Yeah.
Still there. But look, because bitumen is not designed to be flexible, it hasn't got the Draylon fibre reinforcement like ROOFIX has. So those Draylon fibres, they're going to knit together and they have fixed that long crack all the way down the guttering. We've now got some galvanised steel there. You can see even here in those
And they're big holes, yeah.
It's filled in those big holes. So there could be joints, brackets that hold your drain pipes. There's going to be for guttering on your walls.
Like you say, you could go over screws and things, couldn't
Over
you?
screws,
There's
yeah.
a gap there as well, yeah.
Absolutely right, that's no problem at all. So yeah, this could be plastic corrugated roof, metal corrugated roof. They go down to felt. Do you know what, this stuff, it gets so brittle.
It's a bit like paper, isn't it?
It
It's
cracks,
really
doesn't
quite,
it? Yeah.
You can just tear it easily.
Yeah.
But look, you can see the bitumen. All right, it might have given it a little bit of waterproofing.
Side to side.
But you won't get the flexibility and it won't fill in those gaps, unlike ROOFIX has done on this side. Now we go to this. For me, this is one of the most important materials. This is lead, so lead flashings. Now, you normally find this material when it bridges different parts of roofing. So it might be an extension.
Yes.
It might be where your chimney meets the roof and you've got lead flashing around the side to seal the joints. That is a very, very common area for leaks around properties. But you can see again, the bitumen hasn't filled in the gap, unlike ROOFIX, which has sealed that crack perfectly well. We've got some composite wood here. Again, this could be some framework. This could be for outdoor buildings, storage sheds, log stalls, all sorts. And then we've got some just a standard timber down there too. So all materials, I can't think of any material this can't go on. Well, any material you're likely to need it for.
Yeah, all your building materials, the leak, the gap, the problem is sorted.
Yeah.
And take a look, because honestly, we are talking virtually all and everything. All those materials, it could be a flat roof, it could be flashing porches, guttering PVC, garage roof panels, sheds, conservatories, greenhouse, lean-to. Honestly, absolutely incredible. So whether it is wood or whether it's galvanised metal, whether it's fiberglass or whether it is tiles, and when you go to guttering, there's so many different types of guttering, but all those different
But you wouldn't
types.
think it'd work on cast iron, on metal, on copper, on concrete guttering, but it does. All those surfaces. This is ROOFIX M. Whether it's the 1 litre, the 5 litre, most popular is the 20 litre configuration that you see there. It's like you're getting a tin.
But that stock
free.
is flying. If you want the black in that 4 or 5 litre, 2/3 of the entire stock now sold out and gone. And the grey and the white isn't too far behind. We're going to look at the grey actually next.
And we're going to look at how easy it is to apply as well, aren't we?
You may have never done any DIY. Maybe you've never even painted before. You can still do this. You don't need any experience. You can literally just pour it on and spread it around. I'll show you. So firstly, if you've got leaves on there, regardless of what roof this is, if you've got bits of moss on your tiles, your slate tiles, just brush that off. You don't really need to scrub it or clean it. You're going to literally pour a bit on. I'm just going to do a little bit just to illustrate how easy it is to apply. So it's exactly the same, whether it's the grey, the white or the black, just the colour. Take a squeegee and you literally just spread it around.
It's so
guys.
satisfying.
I find it therapeutic.
Oh, it really is so satisfying. That could be on the end of a broomstick if you want to, not have to bend down. But it's got these clever self-levelling
That's what I was just self-leveling.
That's
right. So if you've got a dip or your roof's slightly uneven, it levels itself out.
That's right, and you can see, I mean, that's fairly even, but yeah, because it's self-leveling, over the next few hours, that's going to be lovely and even and smooth. And that's really all you need to do. I even put a bit too much on there. But you know what? We recommend around about 1 litre per square metre.
Yeah.
So
and you could chalk that out if you're going for the 5 litre or if you're going for the 4 5 litres and you're doing the whole garage roof, you could chalk out the area that it's going to cover.
You absolutely can do that, yeah, whether it's a pitch roof or a flat roof. And that is it. That's all there is to it. You can paint with a brush if you choose to, if you prefer that. In fact, around the perimeter of your roof, they kind of recommend you do that, especially around lead sort of flashing, just to make sure it's properly in there.
Well, we can actually see that.
Yeah, we've got
to
we can
apply to a garage roof, because I think a lot of people do buy for garage roofs. We've got a garage roof right here, so we'd start with the outside first of all.
Yeah, so just lose some of the debris. So you might have a little bit of dirt there. Just give it a quick brush, and that's all you need to do. Sweep it off, and you don't need to wash it. You don't need to jet wash it or anything like that. You can literally pour it straight on. Give it a good stir. Make sure all those Draylon nylon fibres are spread throughout the paint. Give it a good stir, like you would normally a paint, and you just slap it on. That is it. John, we're not glossing a door. We're not being perfectionists here.
Yeah.
It's doing the job. So you don't need to be a good painter, a good decorator, not even a DIYer. If you can safely get on the roof and pour it on, spread it out with a squeegee, then that's going to give you the peace of mind for 10 years of leak-free roofage, and we love that.
That's
And
the
beyond
great thing, yeah.
roofage.
So
That's
though
a
it's
great
an
word.
instant fix, it is going to last 10 years or more. Remember, this is a trade paint really that's been developed for us. So ROOFIX M has been developed for us. It's a TV exclusive. It allows you to use it on any building materials. It's really simple as well to use. You're seeing right now how to apply, how quickly you can apply, and giving you those results straight away. So if there's any debris, just sweep it away, and then you virtually do just slap it on with a brush, with a squeegee. The finish looks great, but it is the result. The leak has gone instantly.
And the fact that it's so easy to use. You don't need any DIY skills when it comes to ROOFIX. Literally, as we say, you just slap it on, spread it out. Those self-leveling properties are brilliant. But if you're used to seeing something like a bitumen...
Yeah, I think if you're watching and you've been to a DIY store and you think, well, I bought a black paint and that didn't solve the problem, it was still leaked.
Yeah.
What you buy from a DIY store, because you can't buy this, is bitumen, isn't it?
It's bitumen, yeah, and don't forget, ROOFIX is completely different. But just firstly, this is what you may have bought from those
because it has got waterproofing properties.
Yeah, it's good for some things, like some people use it around the basements, around some foundations of houses. It has its uses, but that's not going to fill those gaps or that leak on your roof.
It's made it worse, actually, Charlie, because now you've got black paint dripping
everywhere, yeah.
The kids' bikes, the lawnmower,
the carpet.
Yes.
You've just decorated. No, decorating is not cheap either. It's the hassle, it's the upheaval, it's the stress leaks can cause. It's not worth it. So that is not going to do the job that ROOFIX can do. Let me prove that to you. So why is ROOFIX different? This is not a tar product. This is not a bitumen-based product. It's got something called thermo-acrylic resin, and that's what gives you the flexibility. That's why it's designed to last you for 10 years, because as we said before, your houses naturally move, expand, contract, especially as we change seasons. That's going to give you peace of mind against those times. But it's also got this. This is Draylon fibres. It's from the nylon family, and there's so much science behind this. They have to be equal distance to the micron. This is factory controlled, guys, and they're all the same size, the same width, the same variety of nylon Draylon fibres. That's what we love about this. Now, this is what knits together and seals that leak. They find that crack, they find that hole, they seal it, and that's what gives you that leak-free roof. Let's show you this. You can see it in the paint because it's weaved throughout. You don't have to worry about any of this. I'm just interested by it. And you can
I think it makes sense
behind it,
because there is so much science. Those fibres have to be the right length, the right width. It's all very scientifically done to get the results that you get. And instantly, look, I mean, you can see instantly the fibres, completely different texture, isn't it?
It's like a jelly-like material. It's that sort of texture.
It's much thicker, isn't it? And you can see those fibres straight away on the brush there. We'll show you the difference in that funnel against the bitumen, which just poured through. Well, with ROOFIX, it fills that hole straight away.
Yeah,
and it's done, isn't it?
And it will not even go through that funnel. And that's pretty much full now. You know, so I'm putting quite a bit in there. And still, that fibre, those Draylon fibres, they're going to weave together.
They have.
Look at that one hanging over.
It won't go down. And that's it. And you can just leave it, and that's what's going to seal the leaks and also designed to last for 10 years.
That's it, because it is flexible. When your property moves, whatever the building material is, it will stay flexible, it will stay working, it will keep stopping that leak for 10 years or more. Again, look at the befores and afters, because here you can see even the roughest of roofs, it gives a great finish, but it is the fact that it's then made that roof completely waterproof, and any leaks that were there, they're gone.
It's stopping those leaks straight away. You can see there's no skill required when you want to use this. You literally just slap it onto whatever surface you're using it on. And when we talk about roof surfaces, this is ROOFIX M, so it's multi-surface. It's all those different materials that we talk about. Look at that big hole in the guttering there. Again, you're going to fill that big hole because that's exactly what it does. Those Draylon fibres knit together.
This is really good because there's like a dip in the roof there, but it will instantly fill that dip, it will level itself, and even if it rains instantly, that would have a horrible leak that could be. The result is done. The leak has gone, the job is done, and that can last 10 years or more. So many great 5-star reviews. People love the fact that it is so easy to use, but this is what it's all about. It's all about getting rid of that leak. It's all about the fact you don't need to be a DIYer. All you need to do is slap this on with a brush, with a squeegee, and that will instantly weave those Draylon fibres together, and that leak will be gone for 10 years or more. So many people say fantastic product, does what it says on the tin, very good, super sealant, the best of the best. People say it saved them a fortune. I got a roof fixed to repair my garage roof. It was leaking and I had estimates of £3,500 to repair the roof. I sat on the sofa, my wife made me a cup of tea, it says, and I was drinking my tea while my wife was watching ROOFIX. And I asked my wife, what is ROOFIX? And she said, watch and see. I was amazed, because they ordered it, how easy this product was to administer. My garage roof, to my amazement, not only was it easy to apply, but the leak had gone. Great product. And so many people, that was saving them £3,500. Someone else said this product saved me £1,880. A new roof to my extension. It was leaking very badly. I called out a roofer to tell me how much it cost to put it right. When he told me, I could have fainted. He said the whole roof had had its time. I saw the offer on TV. I ordered some. It was easy to administer, and hey presto, job done. But not temporarily. No,
it's that instant fix, but it lasts 10 years and beyond for lots of people. Instant fix, yes please. Lasting for a long, long time, yes please.
Any building material, so you don't even have to think, well actually it's a bay window, it's the conservatory, it's my greenhouse, it's the shed, it's a flat roof, it's a lean-to. It's going to work on everything. Even if you've got sort of that corrugated roof over perhaps a carport, it's going to work.
Or a lean-to. It's so many different surfaces. Now remember, we've got different configurations available and we've got different colour options for you, but it's while stocks last. We haven't done it for 6 months. The stock is flying. The 1 litre tin that we've got for you is just £22.99. Item number 562973. That's going to give you 1 square metre of coverage. So if you know exactly where the leak is, that's the one to go for. But the value is when you go for the bigger tins.
And I think sometimes you don't know where exactly the leak is. Though it's dripping down the middle of the roof, the actual initial problem could be over at the side. So you might put it on that middle bit and it's still leaking because the leak's coming from the side. So if you know exactly where it is, go for the small. However, like Sean says, better to go larger because you've got such better value for money. 5 litres, so 5 of those would be £115 practically. This is 5 litres for £59.99, so it should be £69.99. And this will cover 5 square metres.
That's right. So to give you an idea, it's the average shed roof, 5 square metres. The great thing is you've got PayPal Pay in 3 here, so you can spread the cost interest-free if you're paying online with your PayPal account. £21.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. 3 colours. We've got white, we've got grey, and we've got black. However, if you want black, 70% of the stock in the black has gone in the 5 litre tin that you see there. Item number 811037. Remember, I meant to say, if you multi-order across the show, you'll only pay that 1 postage.
Which is so good.
So that's brilliant.
Yeah, really
the best value of all is if you go for the 20 litre bundle. Now, this is 4 5 litre tins. If you added the individual prices, it goes up to £240. It's down to £179. £59.99. So it's like you're getting one tin free of charge.
You're saving £60. One tin is £59.99. You are getting a tin completely free of charge. And of course, you can use our PayPal Pay in 3. This will cover the area of 20 square metres, so a whole garage and some left over. Always great to have some spare. Pop the lid back on, put it into the shed. When that leak happens, when that rain comes like it has done today, instantly you can fix the problem. We have got at the moment all 3 colours. If you're after the black, 70% of that black sold out and gone. The grey is now half the stock. This is what's sold out and gone. The white is how
40%.
40% sold out and gone. But so many is in baskets. Now it's hours until you check those baskets out. And I would say with the black, before we know it, we'll have more people with it in baskets than there is physically stock. So you know how our system works if you've been with us before. When, say we've got 10 of this bundle left, 510 of you could have it in your basket because it's still ours. So it'll only be the first 10 people that order and check out that will actually physically get it, which means it might not even be the 510 people that have got in the basket, because some other 10 people could jump on the phones or jump on the internet, order it and check out. It's the first people to check out, so do check it out. And remember, 6 months since we've done a live show with this, so to have stock for a show is super exciting. And as far as we know, no more planned shows at the minute. So stock up right now.
If you are on the phones and you are in a queuing situation, we do apologise. If you can go to the website, that's the easiest way to find everything, shopontv.co.uk. When it comes to application and surfaces, this is ROOFIX M, remember, so multi-surface. So you can see all the different surfaces that you're going to use it on, whether it's wood, galvanised, OSB, fiberglass, composites and plastics, metals, but then all your different types of gutters. This is stopping leaks in their tracks instantly and for 10 years and beyond in some cases, even metal guttering or copper or concrete. We are busy across everything. If you want to get that 4 or 5 litre tins, the bundle is 360407.
And think about everything: flat roofs, flashing, porches, guttering, PVC, your garage roof. It could be roof panels, it might be the shed, it might be the conservatory, it might be your greenhouse that's leaking, it might be the lean-to, it might be a bay window. It will work on virtually every building material that you've got. Just choose, like Sean said, your colour option. But we're going to move away just for a moment, again, just because we are incredibly busy with things in baskets. Just check your baskets out if you want it, so we know you've got yours. And we're just going to show you another product from Flag Paints. This is where this is all from. This is a trade paint company. They do specialist paints, so not products that you find in the DIY stores. They make for trade, but they do also design for us as well. So we've got a product that is, well, it's a rust converter.
Yeah, Black Magic is such a unique kind of
back
paint.
to life,
and it stops you needing to use a rust converter and a primer. This is going to do it all in one, with one coat, leaving no drip marks, no run marks, no brush marks.
See, however rusty, how bad, what a state this is, you'd think, you know, that's it. We're going to have to replace. Just by painting this on, look at the finish as well, Sean. It's so smooth. It's like a satin finish.
The 1 litre tin that you can see there on the screen at £26, you just, again, slap it on. There's no skill required. When it comes to applying, it's for so many different things. You're seeing on your screen a bird feeder that's just gone really rusty. You'd probably throw it out. Just take away any excess rust, any bits of rust, but then slap the paint on. And as you slap that paint on, no skill required. Like we say, no brush marks, no drip marks. It has a factory finish when it is finished, and generally you're just going to do one coat here. But it's not just for things like metal. You're going to use it on lots of other surfaces as well. Plastic, you can use it on glass. This is a typical example of something you'd throw out.
Yeah, and it'll look like it's brand new again. It'll look like you've just bought it, even how rusty that was. And you just get rid of the excess rust, slap it on, and it will, if you are a painter, don't take time with this, because it will give you this incredible, even satin finish in an instant. You could get lots of products in your garden matching. Perhaps over the summer, when you had to get all the chairs out, you thought, oh, I've got plastic chairs and wooden chairs, some metal chairs. I wish everything looked like it matched. You can use this on the plastic, the wood, the metal, the terracotta pots, but actually you can use it indoors and outdoors, and it withstands extreme temperatures. Now, the detail on your screen now is for our 2.5. Stock-wise of this, half the stock has sold out and gone. It's always the size that sells out first, because I think when you do think about it, you'll think, oh gosh, there's so many places I can use this, and the results are just incredible.
And it really, I mean, that 2.5 litres, I'll give you 20 to 30 square metres of coverage. Just look at some of the surfaces here. Wood, metal, rusty metal, because it's got that rust converter in there, fiberglass and plastic, all your different types of garden furniture, like Hayley said, giving you that uniform look. On plaster, it's so multi-purpose, this, and so easy to apply. So your 2.5 litres is 974,362. When it comes to results, and we talk about factory finish, look at this bench. This is a cast iron bench. It's going in the tip, isn't it? It's going in the skip.
It's so pretty, but you're not going to sit on that. You're going to get a brown rusty bottom, and you would just throw that out, but don't. Use Roofix, not Roofix, Roofix's friend, which of course is Black Magic. And just look how intricate that is. It hasn't filled in the gaps. You've still got all that detail, and all you did is paint this on with a brush. Actually, this was done for a friend whilst they popped down to the shop to get some lunch. When they got back in about 15, 20 minutes, it had transformed from that to this. And now that could be, I think, because it looks brand new again, in a garden centre,
yeah, definitely,
with one of those posh cardboard labels with like hundreds of pounds.
Maybe you want to upcycle or recycle things. These gym bikes were being thrown out, but they look like brand new when they're applied to, when they're finished. A regular bike, if your bike's been left outside and it's gone rusty, it's like your frame is new again. One application, no drip marks, no brush marks. It's also heat resistant, as we said, up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you're thinking about things like chimneys, fire pits, or fire surrounds inside in the home, it gives you that factory finish every time. Great story behind this as well. It just adheres, and it's so easy.
Joe, the adhesion is brilliant, and you haven't got to be a professional decorator, not even a DIY.
I've used it. You don't. Oh, no skill required.
Yeah, you just paint it on. And Joe, those pictures were brilliant, weren't they? And if you are doing that bench or the exercise bike or upcycling furniture, the last thing you want to see is brush marks.
There's nothing worse than something...
Amateur, wouldn't it?
When it looks like it's been repainted.
And it winds you up,
it does.
It's the worst, isn't it?
You don't want to see that. Look, this bit of guttering, for example, virtually no brush marks on there, and you get that lovely satin finish. And that looks like a cast iron guttering. It's not. It's just a little bit of plastic.
So you could match guttering up. Perhaps you've got a mishmash of guttering. Perhaps you're trying to sell your property.
Have it all uniform.
Yeah.
And look, honestly,
your curb appeal isn't so great. You know, everything looks a bit tatty.
Yeah.
Paint those tatty looking
Your guttering, your downpipes. It's going to make your house, I think, look more expensive.
This sort of piping especially can go quite powdery, can't it, as it wears?
It miscolours, doesn't it?
Miscolours, it does.
With the sunshine.
With the sun.
People use it on car bumpers and things that have
People have done dashboards, actually.
Yeah, they
Martin, who used to represent the flag, and he did a dashboard. He applied to using a sponge, so we got like a mottled effect.
Yeah, it looks
and that's a great idea what Martin shared with us there. But John, we talked about adhesion, didn't we? This is what I love. So it's got a built-in rust converter. I'll talk to you about that in a second. But it's got a built-in primer for all of these different materials. So you haven't got to prime anything first.
So it's replacing loads of different work.
Exactly.
Pieces and the work.
This is it. If you're priming a radiator, that's one. If you're priming a wood, that's another. If you're priming wood outside, that's going to be another primer. And it's your built-in undercoat too, so it can save a lot of money in that respect. But on this bottle, we just wanted to illustrate the adhesion properties. This is a different paint. This is like a competing black paint, and you can see here, it's flaked and peeled off all over the place. It's going to crack off. It's going to, look, you can see a little bit there. It's just peeling away. That's no good at all. But if we take the same bottle but paint it with Black Magic, and this is old, this bottle, I might say. Look at that. It doesn't crack, flake or peel. You get great adhesion regardless of where you're painting this. And you haven't got to be a painting expert at all. If you just apply it on with the standard brush, the brush marks kind of just level out. It gives you that beautiful factory finish. So if you think that's extreme, How about this one then? Now, this was a buyer, you said earlier.
Yeah.
So you didn't see this before I did.
And on a TV channel, the buyer that was looking into buying Black Magic, they took the bottle in and said,
I'll test it for you.
It won't crack. And they were like, all right, can we test it?
That's a good stress test.
Well, yes, but tested it to the extreme, didn't they?
That really is pushing its boundaries. But do you know what? It doesn't blink, does it? It's not cracking, it's not flaking, it's not peeling. In fact, you know, an idea I had, if you painted a little bit of foil here, and I just thought...
That's just tin foil.
That's just tin foil, right? Any other paint, if I was to open that up now, that would just ping off.
Drop off, yeah.
It would drop off.
It'd be like rain, wouldn't it? It'd be flaking and
it
falling.
would. But look at that. Not a single bit.
That's so good.
How good is that? It's this... That's not going anywhere. That's got great adhesion. So what can we paint it on? Okay, so yeah, your woods, your plastics, your metals. For me, if you got rusty furniture, rusty tools, for example, it comes into its own like that.
I mean, look at that. That is, it's had it, hasn't it?
Super rusty.
Normally, you need to buy a rust converter. People don't like using them because quite often they're acid-based. This isn't, so that puts people off, myself included. It's got a built-in rust converter. What that does, it converts the rust into a polymer, and that polymer gets locked into the properties of the paint. So you don't buy anything else. You literally brush away any loose bits and just paint it on. No primers either.
So
it's fantastic. Joe, should we show you some bits?
Yes.
Joe, I painted this earlier, literally in the show. That had rust all over it. It was flaking off. That is now protected, and that's going to last a lot longer.
And when you use it, it's not going to flake off. So you're going to be able to use the tool, and it's still going to stay as it looks.
Yeah, this is it. And you know what? It can save a lot of money from having to replace bits. So we've got little rusty handles here. I had some outdoor storage units, and they got rusty.
Yeah.
They weren't. I don't even think these were designed to go outside. But actually, now I have some Black Magic. That is going like a brand new handle, and I painted that one earlier, and you can see.
God, it's that factory finish we talk about, isn't it?
It looks brand new.
And now it's weatherproof. It now can be outside.
Yeah, it can be. But I honestly would go for this because it takes away the problem of working out what paint you need for a certain job. And that's it. Can we go through? I'm dying to paint my gate.
You are, aren't
that's
you?
all the intricate things. I love things like this. They're all the little detail. It's not going to fill in the gaps and the holes.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, again, like a regular paint would normally sort of flood.
This is it. Well, I do say most of the time you need one coat, and you'd assume it would be a thick paint, but it's not. It's good. It's got great adhesion. It's actually quite thin. It's quite liberal. It's so easy and beautiful to apply.
And you don't need skill to apply. You don't need to be a good painter, do you?
They often say actually that the painters take too much time doing it because you don't need to take time. It's quick and it's easy. You're looking at the rust there, but where has it gone?
There we go. So that's converted the rust. It's got a built-in primer. All I did was give this gate a little quick wipe, brush off some loose bits, and then there we go. And you can go round very, very quickly indeed. There's nothing worse than looking back and thinking, oh, I'm going to have to give it 2 coats, 3 coats. That bit there is now done, and you don't need to do anything else with it. So replacing a gate, that would be costly. That could be different bits of furniture. Maybe you've got mismatch of furniture, you want to make it all look the same in your garden or inside.
Well, it's like we said, upcycling, recycling. Maybe you've got furniture that's looking a bit dated with old wooden knobs or brass knobs.
Or you might have furniture where you've got some plastic, some wood. When you got it out this summer, nothing matched. You can match it all up because it will paint the plastic and make it look sort of wrought irony. It will paint the wood. It works on all those different materials. The only thing it doesn't really work on is like a shiny metal, but actually you can file the shiny metal down, can't you? And you can still use it on that.
Give it a key, and you know what? Yeah, I mean, we've got some doorknobs on there we've done. And even the foil, to be honest, I mean, even that took, what, maybe 1 or 2 coats? But even if it takes 2, to be honest, the amount of times I've bought paint that claims to be 1 or 2 coats, they can take 4 or 5 sometimes. And they can, then suddenly you think, one quick job becomes a massive job. This wouldn't take long at all. 1 coat, and that's going to be bringing it back to life.
What a difference with those.
And it makes it look like that's how it was when you bought it. That's what I like.
It's really contemporary, isn't it?
It's like this satin sort of finish that's all smooth. There's no visual brush marks.
No.
It looks like this is how it was bought.
Yeah, it does.
I think
Like
we're
a
all the
factory finish,
same. There's
doesn't it?
nothing worse when you look at something that has been repainted and all you can see is that it has been repainted. This look makes whatever you're painting look like that's how it was when it was made.
Yeah.
There's no drips, there's no brush marks. Obviously, it's a little bit dated before it's painted.
Well, it could be something you got from a car boot sale, a charity shop, and then you've got this fantastic paint at home.
I know
it looks so much more expensive.
It does. It looks so good, and you can get everything matching. You can do the terracotta pots the same. I know lots of people that have got like little ornaments like this that really are meant for indoors, but they'd like to put them outdoors. So they've painted them
Weatherproof.
Yeah.
Black Magic, and it's weatherproofed them, which is brilliant. And I love, because glass vases can look a bit
impressive.
You know, nothingy, can't they?
Well,
whereas now you transform it into something really modern.
Again, really contemporary, the finish on there, and no cracks. It's going to adhere to all those different
Well, that's it. The
surfaces.
adhesion's really impressive to me on glass, because I've used other paints on glass and you can see through it. You know that's going to take so many coats.
Yeah.
You know instantly that's going to be a big job, but one coat that applies on it beautifully, and it does. It looks like a piece of cast iron. It's that satin finish that's gorgeous. People do picture frames with this.
Yes.
People, honestly, I really want my staircase like this. If you look at
that's a great
fashion,
idea.
Interior design magazines, it's all the rage, isn't it, at the moment? People love that. So banisters, stairways, because that's getting a lot of
curtain rails.
Curtain rails.
If you've got a wooden curtain rails like this, and perhaps you're just thinking, again, it's dated. We've had them for years. I'd love to change the look. Let me swap that, because that turns into...
It's far more stylish, isn't it?
Look at that. That's wood. That's wood the same.
Yeah.
But now look at it. Now they look like they're wrought iron.
Do you know what? Just a few black accessories, like you might have some shelves you want to paint in the same colour black, and if it kind of makes sense, tells a story, it looks purposeful. So if you paint a few things black in your house, it can really look so super stylish. But it's the adhesion, it's the fact that one paint can do all of these materials. You haven't got to educate yourself about what primer do I need to buy. So if you look in some people's sheds, you know, you've got like half a tin of this, half a tin of that, because they bought it for one job. Whereas this, you can do all of them. But drain pipes, if it's going to be the screws that hold them in, if it's going to be your wooden soffits, the entire house can look gorgeous, especially your garage door. But yeah, just give it a quick wipe. And you can see, you mentioned earlier, Sean, the way that sun can, well, the UV rays can fade the colour, can't it? That's going to look like a brand new pipe.
What a difference it makes, that cast iron it looks like, because you've got that perfect finish, no brush marks, no drip marks, and it just gives you that curb appeal that we talked about.
Yeah, because if you're trying to sell your property and it is looking tatty from the curb, I looked at loads of properties when we bought our house, but only from the outside before I even rang to look on the inside. And if it doesn't look great outside, you don't even bother going indoors, whereas that's instantly going to spruce up the house. I was saying as well, even things like your meter boxes and things, because they can look quite naff, can't they?
Yeah,
and
they
that's
can.
really tidy and that.
I had some lights installed and they had to put another box on the outside of the house, and I've got like 3 different colours for a little unit. So I'm going to paint all that to match the guttering, to match the pipes, so it all looks the same. It just looks a bit more purposeful, not a bodged job, I think, doesn't it? But you know, people even paint like manhole covers and like, you know, like taps or hinges for your gates and so on.
It's indoors and outdoors as well. Remember.
Absolutely,
We've got some great, that's how easy it is to apply though. No excess paint running or dripping. But when we look at all the befores and afters, indoors and outdoors, the great thing is you'll use it on so many, you'll be looking for things to paint with.
There's so many different materials: metal, plastic, timber, MDF, stone, glass, PVC. This love heart, or this love chair, is absolutely beautiful, but it's rusty. It looks like that is the end of its life. Not until you put Black Magic on it. Not anymore. This has come back to life, and now that could be in a garden centre for sale, looking absolutely brand new. And that was done in a matter of about 15-20 minutes whilst a friend popped down the shop to get some lunch. That Martin actually painted it while she was out, and he was like, you know, such a surprise. And that's what's so great. Instantly you get this satin finish, this professional finish, and this factory finish. So that they were throwing these bikes out from a gym because they were exercise bikes and they were beyond repair, they thought. So this is how they looked afterwards. And I think they ended up giving them to a charity because they looked brand new.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Again, they weren't thrown out. It brings things back to life. This bike, perhaps you're like us, we left our bikes out for years and they went rusty and horrible. Again, you just paint onto the rust and the result is that satin perfect finish. But the other really great thing is not just how professional it looks, how good it looks, it does withstand temperatures, so you can paint so many different things.
Yeah, heat resistant up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. That chimney that you see there, old and rusty looking, what a finish that you've got with that one coat with your Black Magic. But it is for indoors and outdoors. I don't know if we've got the pictures of locks on the inside, things like Yale locks. It could be lock and bolts that you've got
Could be a gate. It's like we're seeing, it could be a wooden rail for your curtain and you can paint it black and all of a sudden it looks like wrought iron.
And the other thing, if it is a curtain pole, even if you're working curtains across it doesn't scratch, it doesn't come off like you saw.
It looking brilliant.
Yeah, it adheres. Cast iron gates like Charlie did. We did a cast iron balustrade outside our front door and again it looks new. If you've got metal locks and door handles like this, again they look like new. So it's not just outdoors, it's indoors as well. It could be a fire surround.
That's a good one.
Yale lock like this one that you see here.
Yes.
Fire surrounds again are brilliant in the house as well as outside on fire pits.
Oh, and the garage
doors, brilliant.
Radiators again because it withstands temperature. This is the thing you drive the car up, isn't it? Car ramp. And look again, looks new again. So bringing things back to life, but they don't look like they've been repainted. They actually look like this is how you bought them. I love it on guttering for the outside of the house, just bringing everything together and making it look great. That curb appeal. Hugely busy. If you do want to go for our Black Magic, you have got two sizes. The busiest is the 2.5 litre, but you do need to grab it again whilst we do have the stock. There's actually only 30% of the stock left. If everyone checks out, we're in a bit of a situation. Get your baskets checked out. So that is your larger. So you have got the 2.5 litre, but you have got a litre. But I would definitely go for the larger because I think once you use it on one thing, you'll think, oh gosh, I wish I'd got more because you can use it on so many other things. But we've got to get back to our ROOFIX, which has been so busy and a product that honestly does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
And you can't buy from a DIY store. This is a TV exclusive. This is from Flag Paints. It's a trade paint that's been developed so we can use it at home.
Very important to point out, this is ROOFIX M multi-surface. It does, as Hayley said, exactly what it says on the tin. It stops leaks in an instant, but not a temporary fix. It's going to last for 10 years and beyond sometimes.
And on all building materials.
And it's this simple to adhere to your roof. If you've got a split in your felt, you can just put the ROOFIX underneath to fix it down if you like. You'll see there's a heck of a leak there in the roof. All those different surfaces we'll talk about, but it has Draylon fibres that knit together. So put a bit underneath, that'll stick it down, glue it down, and then just slap it over the top and spread it out. It stops those leaks in an instant for 10 years and beyond. But even if it's wet, even if it's raining when you do it, and Charlie's got some great demonstrations to show us where you can even do it underneath the water.
Yeah, it instantly fixes the leak. Even if it downpours straight away, even if it's raining while you're doing it, the leak has gone. Doesn't have to be a roof, it can be guttering. It honestly is a product that works on any building materials. We're going to show you how we've waterproofed cardboard. You're not going to really do that at home, but it just shows you the properties. But look at the guttering, because guttering can cause such a problem. That can be water gushing down the side of the house, keeping you awake at night, or actually making the bricks damp. So all you do is tidy it up if there's leaves. You don't need to dry it. And instantly, that's the job done.
Well, we saw it again, you just slap it on and it's done.
Quick as that.
It's even if it's bigger holes, because ROOFIX will fill those holes for you. And that's what you need, an instant result, but an instant result that will last.
Look at the gash it was.
It could be the join in the guttering that's come apart. Well, you can do it on the inside.
So many people say it's saved them a fortune. It could be saving doing all the guttering, or it could be saving getting a roofer to come out and do the job. And the roofer could get out of your van with Roofix. It's a trade paint and you can actually do the job yourself. Price-wise, all the prices are great, but the more you buy, the better the deal.
Yeah, so your 1 litre comes in black, in white or grey. If you know exactly where your leak is, you could go for that. It only gives you 1 square metre of coverage, but at £22.99, the value is brilliant. 562,973, grey, black or white. The 5 litre, however, is so much better value because you've got 5 times what you've got in the 1 litre, but it's not 5 times the price.
No, because 5 times the price is virtually £115. £59.99 should be £69.99. That, like we say, 5 square metres, that is your shed. Stock-wise, we have got the black, the grey and the white, but 80% of the black sold out and gone, so only 20% of that stock. And remember, and actually, the 20% we've got left, virtually all of it is in baskets. Remember our system, it's hours until you check it out. So say we've only got, say 20 left, 220 of you could have it in your basket. And actually, none of you might get it because it's the first 20 people to order and check out that will get it. So you do need to check your baskets through if you want to go for that, because I do think that is going to be the next to go.
It gives you 5 square metres of coverage, so it's pretty much an average shed roof we're talking about with a 5 litre tin. The best value of all, though, and this has been the most popular, is if you go for the 4 5 litres. That's 20 litres in total, but the price doesn't really add up to that. It should be £60 more if you were buying them individually. It's like you're getting 1 tin free of charge.
Well, you are. A tin is £59.99, so you're saving £60, a tin completely free of charge. This is your garage roof done. This is enough for a garage roof and spare. And when you've used Roofix, you will want spare, because that day you wake up and that leak is happening, you want it now, and we don't always have it available. This is the first live show we've done since April. So please, and we've got no more planned shows at the minute, because it's a trade company, they specialise in specialist paints. Flag Paints do trade paints. They can only make us paint when they have time to do it. They actually work alongside, they're approved by the Ministry of Defence, London Underground and places like that. So
work alongside big contracts in trade.
They have a lot of business trade-wise, so when they can make a stock, we do the shows. So please don't think you can just grab this anytime. Grab it whilst we actually have the stock and we're doing the show.
So like you're getting a tin free, you've got it in white and grey and black. However, in the black, there's only 20% of the stock remaining. If you've got it in a basket, confirm your order and check your baskets out.
And that's the same, nearly everybody. The 20% we've got left, virtually everyone is in a basket. So if everybody checked out, we would have very little available.
Don't want you to miss
Before
out.
we know it, more people are going to be ordering than stock is available in that black. So please do check your basket through. It's not yours until you check your basket out.
And do spread your costs interest free with PayPal Pay in 3. If you multi-order across the show, you'll only pay 1 postage, remember. So maybe you want to go for some Roofix, some Black Magic, just that 1 postage to pay. And if you're going for the 20 litres on PayPal, £62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments, as long as you're paying online. Still really busy on the phones. Apologies if you've been waiting. It's for so many different surfaces. That's why it's ROOFIX M. So you can see whether it's wood, galvanised, asbestos, fiberglass, composite plastics, metal. It could be PVC. And then it's all your different types of guttering as well. Not just PVC, cast iron, metal, copper, concrete. And we're just getting busier and busier. If you've got it in a basket, check your basket out. And if you're thinking application-wise, is it easy? This is really simple as well.
It's easy on whatever, whether it's a flat roof or flashing or porches or guttering or PVC. If you're doing a flat roof like this, go around the edges, tidy up any debris. You don't have to, mega tidy up any dampness, but tidy up the debris. And then all you need to do is start really around the outside, because often we don't know where the leak has started from. It may be dripping in the middle of the garage or the shed, but actually the start of the problem might be around the edge. So you can use your paintbrush there, but when you do a vast area, you're going to see a really good idea, because you can actually use a squeegee. And remember, if you're getting out the 4 5 litres, 1 tin will cover 1 square metre, or I should say 5 square metres. So you could mark that out, and then with the squeegee, just cover that area.
Yeah, pour a tin into that marked out area and then just spread it out, as you can see here with the squeegee. It does have what they call self-levelling properties as well. So if it's a little bit uneven or you've got a dip in the roof, it self-levels across the surface you're applying it to. But it is this simple to apply. As long as you've taken away that extra debris, it is, isn't it? The fact we've got PayPal paying $362.31 on your first of 3 payments. If you've got a PayPal account and you're paying online, it's also a really nice finish.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it is the result. You've got a job done, you've got the leak gone, but you've got the leak gone not temporarily. It's up to 10 years or more that leak has gone. It's not you doing it just for now and then you get the builders out. This is you fixing the problem.
And it's not just flat roofs. We're seeing a flat roof.
No, it could be a conservatory, it could be a greenhouse, it could be a lean-to, because all different building materials. If you do want the 4 or 5 litres in the black, oh my word.
Don't hang around.
You desperately need to check your baskets out. We're nearly at more people ordering than stock is available, so please do check your basket out. There's only 10% left, and nearly every bit of it is in somebody's basket, so do check.
So we are limited on that black option.
But if you've just joined us, watch this demonstration. Charlie, I love this demonstration because this is what we try to explain all the time, and you see it in an instant.
Well, the proof's in the pudding, as they say. Isn't it? And you know what? If you've got a tin of Black Magic, ROOFIX, of course, instead of ROOFIX, you've got that peace of mind knowing that you could fix a leak on your roof instantly. You don't have to be an expert with DIY or anything like that. So this could be a flat roof on your main building, your house and outbuilding, your shed, anything at all. But what I'm going to do is just pierce a hole through this. This could be new felt, this could be very old. When it gets old, it starts to get a little bit brittle, it tears easily. So it could be leaks on your guttering, this could be in your slate tiles, maybe one of those have cracked, but you can see all that water coming through. I'm going to pour on even more. But this is why every single person needs ROOFIX.
That is an issue. That's now ruining
That is an
paper.
issue.
Could be going into the electrics. It could be ruining
damaging your decor.
The brand new lawnmower.
Yeah.
The kids' bikes in the shed.
You're asking, does anyone know someone who come and fix this? And they may not be able to come out straight away. It costs money.
Yeah.
You're on the internet trying to find a website, look at all these trading apps, trying to get someone suitable. Or you could just get your tin of ROOFIX and then slap it onto the holes.
And you're leaving all the wet there.
Yeah, because if it's raining...
Oh, my word.
Because even if it's raining or drizzling with rain... You want to fix that leak as soon as you possibly can.
Good.
And that's what it's all about.
It's gone. The leak has gone.
It's completely gone. George, you do it again.
And that was underwater, so even if it... put your hood up, because you'll get soaked. But the ROOFIX is doing the job.
This is it. And so even if you fix it, the heavens open, it doesn't matter.
Amazing.
Let's put another hole in there. Let's get 3 holes.
It's making holes, doesn't it?
All right. I'm going to put more water.
We need more water now. It's all gone through your holes.
There we go. You can see all of that.
Running everywhere.
Yep.
It's going all over the place. And you would panic if you saw that. Right?
You'd be devastated.
All I'm going to do is just slap on some ROOFIX, and that is the hole sealed. And as you mentioned before, that's just not a temporary fix. That now is designed to last for 10 years, most likely more than that, but we say 10 years.
Because it's flexible, because your buildings do move in the different weather, the temperatures.
I'll pour more water on it. Look.
It's no good if it was like a solid product, because it would break when the building moved. This has got that flexibility, and that's why it's 10 years or more. The leak has gone in an instant. But explain to us why, because I think a lot of people at home will think, hang on, I've been to a DIY store, I bought a black paint, it was called bitumen, because it's not this isn't sold in the DIY store, you'll have been recommended bitumen, which has waterproofing properties, but doesn't stop leaks.
Yeah, this is it. This is not bitumen.
And we can show the difference of consistency as well, isn't it?
So there's no bitumen here. This is not tar. It's something completely different. But before we talk to you about that, let's have a look at bitumen. The sort of stuff you might buy, might be familiar with in a DIY store. Firstly, just look how runny that is. That is not going to find a hole and fix it. That's not going to fill in any gaps, crevices, whether it's your guttering, whether it's your roof. That's just going to go through the hole and start dripping all over the place. Look at that. It's going.
And that's making the problem worse, actually, isn't it?
It's like a runny gloss paint.
It's like a runny gloss paint.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
That could be dripping over your carpet now or down your wallpaper.
Your kid's bike, for example, they will never forgive you. And that's hard to get off that stuff as well. You know, it's good for damp proofing some areas of the house, but it's no substitute.
It's not going to fix a leak, is it? Yeah.
So what's in ROOFIX then? Well, firstly, my favourite part of it are these fibres. Now, these are Draylon fibres that gives you fibre reinforcement throughout your coating on your roof. So that's going to find the hole, it's going to fill it. These are going to knit together and stop that leak, whether it's a crack in your guttering, whether it's a leak on your pitch roof, your flat roof, bay windows, UPVC, anywhere around the home. So that's one part of it, but it's also got something called thermo-acrylic resin, okay? So that's what gives it the longevity. So as we mentioned a few times already, your house is naturally expand and contract, but because it's thermo-acrylic resin, that's designed to reactivate itself as you move through seasons, so it stays flexible when temperatures change.
And on all the different materials as well, because sometimes you might go from one material to another not knowing where the leak actually is.
That's exactly right,
But it will react the same on each material, how it needs to react.
The adhesion is brilliant because it'll adhere to all these materials we've mentioned. But whilst you're talking about that, all those materials, they expand and contract at different rates, and that's quite often where you get the leak. So the fixings on your corrugated roof, so
they're all reacting differently, aren't they?
Yeah, you might have brick, you might have wood, you might have slate tile, you might have asphalt, you might have old bitumen, who knows what it is, but they all expand at different rates. But you haven't got to worry about any of that. Whatever the material is, most construction materials, you just slap it on and that's it, it's sealed and it's fixed. But you know what, proof's in the pudding again.
That's it, put it to the test.
We've seen that bitumen, that's just flowed straight through there. If I actually just show you quickly on a larger brush, you can see all of those fibres we've just been talking about. Just give it a quick stir. I just got an old stick, just give it a good stir, make sure all those fibres are distributed in the paint, and then you just push it on in the funnel, and you will see that is not going.
You can see straight away the difference in the consistency that you've got with ROOFIX. You can see those Draylon fibres.
It's not dripping through, is it? It's actually already sealed the gap.
Woven together, they've knitted together, and they've blocked that hole. And do you know what? You can actually see one we did earlier over here. I've kept it. That was done, what, about an hour or so ago.
Still sat there.
It's still sat there. That is not going to budge. And even if that was raining on top, it would still not budge.
Yeah, and 10 years or more. It's not a temporary fix. This, because it has that flexibility, will last for 10 years or more. The Draylon fibres, all science-based as well. It's all the right length. It's all very clever.
That's right,
how those Draylon fibres work. But this is the flexibility that you were talking about, because that's so important as well.
So basically, the fibres are great for filling the gap, and the acrylic resin there, the thermo-acrylic resin, that's what maintains that flexibility. And your house is not going to do that, hopefully not.
No.
So that is why it's going to last, designed to last up to 10 years, but we reckon even more than that, to be honest with you.
And
so
you can see the fibres running through there, can't you? And that's those Draylon fibres.
Reinforcement, it's reinforced the roof. And do you know what, even if you haven't got a leak, put it on anyway. So maybe you got an outbuilding, you had to refelt the roof, maybe that's torn a bit, you know, you've got a log store, have all your roofs
probably
matching.
Yes, that's you might even be waiting for it to leak, really, because you know it's nearly there. It's nearly had its time. Do it now before the leak happens. And you can store this afterwards. Always make sure you put the lid back on tightly and properly. And they do say it stores for years, but obviously you just need to look after it. Make sure you put the lid on it properly.
Yeah, that's right. Just give it a good old stir, then you're good to go. So we've fixed the roof. We can do that as many times as you want. We've got some guttering as well. I'm just going to get some more water. Bear with.
But we need water for our gaps and holes.
We need it for our leaks.
Well, when it comes to guttering, you know, you get cracks in there, you get tears, quite often where the bits of guttering are joined together. It's also a problem area where the ending is, because you've got joints. Where the guttering meets the pipe that goes down your house, they're also very common areas for leaks. It's going to fix all of those. I've actually drilled holes in here. If you've got bigger cracks, I'll give you some tips about those in a second. But let's just tip that out. So if you've got leaves in there, if you've got bits of moss, anything at all, you can brush those out. Right.
Oh, we've just got to warn you about stock. If you are going for black option, The 4 times 5 litres
is now limited stock, so we're at the last 10% of the stock remaining. Most of that is already in baskets, so if you've got it in a basket, please confirm your order and check your basket out. I think it's the same in the 5 litre tin on its own.
Wow.
In the black option, again, less than 10% of the stock remaining, and again, it's all already in baskets, so if you want to make sure you get it whilst we've got it in stock, confirm your order and check out.
Remember, it's not yours until you check out. It's ours, actually. So say we've only got 10 left. 410 of you could put it in your basket, but it will still only be the first 10 people that order and check out, so it might be none of you that actually get it. You do need to check your basket through, and we are in a bit of a situation. We have got queues on the phones as well. We do apologise. They will get to you as soon as they possibly can, but if you can get onto our website, that is the quickest and easiest way to
And you'll
order.
find all the configurations. You can go straight through, add it to your basket and check your basket out. So shopontv.co.uk, you'll see all configurations and all your colour options. But we've got a very leaky drain pipe.
Very leaky drain pipe, very leaky bit of guttering. You might buy the grey one for this, but obviously that's completely your choice. They're all the same apart from the colour. All I'm going to do is just slap on some of this ROOFIX, and you can even see those fibres there. They're already knitting together. There's no technique. You know, this isn't a lesson about how to decorate your house. We're not glossing a door. You're just you're stopping that leak, and that means less water down the side of your house. That means less water on your patio, making it slippy. I'll probably even put too much on there, to be honest, but you can see that.
And you didn't dry that. That was still wet
That's still
inside. Now the heaven's open. You've only just put it in.
Yeah, don't worry about it. There you go.
The leak's gone.
Where is it? Where is it?
6 holes I drilled in that.
That's so good.
It's all
I
in
can put
there.
more in.
It's all in the guttering.
There you go. How amazing is this? And do you know what? That could be costly. You know, maybe it's only a little bit of your guttering that's leaking, but you can't buy that same one.
And you have to do the whole thing.
The whole lot, and then it looks patchy.
Yeah.
It's much easier going up the ladder once with a tin of this, fix it, and that's it. It's
For
not
10 years or more.
Yeah, it's not just a temporary fix.
That's what's really amazing, isn't it? Because you might think, oh, that'll do for now, and then we'll get the builders in, then we'll get the the team in to sort it. You've sorted it.
Yeah, you've sorted it. You absolutely have. Now, even let's say you got bigger holes than that. Maybe let's say you got some cracks.
Some top tips here.
Right, I'm going to build these up. So that's what I would say is a medium-sized crack. But you know what? A bit of a tip for you. If it is really big, if it's where the joints are, it's gushing down when it rains, all you do is put a little bit of tape just underneath it, then apply a bit of ROOFIX, let it dry, then peel it back off. Just to hold it in place as it cures. This is even more extreme, right? This is actually 2 bits of guttering joined and held together by ROOFIX. How impressive is that? So once again, put a bit of tape around it, apply the ROOFIX, once it's dry, peel it back off, and you are good to go. And this is old, this bit.
A lot of time with guttering, it is the joins, isn't it?
It is,
that start to leak.
And it can gush down the side of your house. Like you can hear it while you're in bed.
Oh, it's annoying.
And those bricks can be absolutely soaked. That could be the white actual ROOFIX that you used on the white guttering, but it's entirely up to you. You've got white, well, we've got some black, white, black and grey. The black, though, very low in stock. But this is it. We didn't dry that guttering off. We applied it, and that leak that you saw at the beginning of this clip, gone.
Yeah.
And not gone just for now. It's gone for 10 years or more.
And think about the amount of money this could save you. As Charlie just said, replacing all your guttering because you want it all to match. Well, it's going to give you that fix straight away.
It is, do you know, because as a homeowner, if there are a few things I worry about. My boiler breaking.
Yes.
I don't want that to happen. But what is the other costly thing? Roofs leaking.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really can panic.
And we're talking really any building materials.
Yeah, any.
So.
Well, should we have a look through those actually?
Yeah, let's
do it.
because you might be at home thinking, well, my roof isn't like the roof that Charlie just showed us. But any building material, we're even going to show you how you can waterproof cardboard. You won't do at home, but that just to show you how extreme it is.
It's a good example. Well, we've already fixed some roofing felt, but yeah, pretty much any building material you're likely to have around your house. So we've got a variety right here. The way we've displayed these is you can actually see the first bit of colour, the first black, is actually bitumen. So that band down there is bitumen, just to compare the difference between ROOFIX. Remember, ROOFIX, it's not bitumen, it's not tar, it's completely different. But you can see the bitumen product we use is started to peel and flake away, but it hasn't filled in that gap.
It's still going
to get leaks. ROOFIX, however, is still going strong. And that's a few mil, that crack. It's filled it in. That could be the difference between saving thousands of pounds. It could be. Right, now moving down here, you've got some galvanised steel. So these could be the joints, the brackets to hold, the guttering up. It could be part of your window frames. It could be part of your bay windows. It's going to go over metal, and look how it fills in those holes. Quite big holes, not filled in by bitumen, but filled in effortlessly with ROOFIX. Now we go down here. This is roofing felt. You can get them in like a tile form. They call them shingles, especially on your pitched roofs. So any roofing felt this will work on. And over time, you can tear this. So
it rips.
Even if it's brand new, it's easy to tear.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's
I was
not
really surprised how a bit papery, really.
Yeah.
Rips
Like
really
weathers,
easily.
doesn't it, over time?
Even brand new felt
Yeah,
can
if the
tear
wind
easily.
gets under it, it can really just pull it off.
And you get water in there, and you get frost in the winter, it expands, you get all sorts of problems. But look, even if you've just put a new roof down, you might choose to use ROOFIX. I absolutely would, for that peace of mind. So yes, it's good for fixing leaks, such as cracks like this, but also for a preventative measure too. Now, this is really important. This is that lead flashing. Very commonly used where roofs join with other roofs. So let's say you've got an extension. The chances are on the side of your roof, that's what's on the edge to bridge up against your wall. Maybe you've got chimneys, that goes around the perimeter just to bridge the gaps between the chimney and the roof. So you often see that there. Very, very common areas for leaks. But the bitumen hasn't filled in that gap, but the ROOFIX once again has done a cracking job. And then we've got wood down here. Again, this could be your garden sheds, for example. This could be some of the materials you often find in your attic. We've got composite wood there. We've got some timber. So yeah, any construction material, pretty much any material around the house, this will adhere to. It will last for around 10 years and it will give you a flawless finish. I think it looks really smart.
It looks great, as well as being really practical as well. The stock is absolutely flying, especially in the 20-litre configuration. If you've got it in a basket, confirm your order and check your basket out.
The black is hanging on by a Draylon fibre. Honestly, it's so, we're so low in stock and so many of you trying to order. So do check your baskets out, not yours till you check out. Now, we mentioned waterproofing and sealing the holes.
Cardboard.
In cardboard. Because cardboard is the worst material.
It turns into mush,
it's got wet underneath, look, and it does turn to... Ugh.
We did this earlier on in the show, and look, even that hasn't lasted long.
I never trust a cardboard wine carrier because you could lose your wine.
No.
If that gets wet, if the heavens open, that could be the wine gone.
Bad day.
So what have we got here? Because we've got two of these boxes.
Yes, we've got two boxes, exactly the same. One's with ROOFIX, one with a bitumen product.
Right.
Remember, ROOFIX is not bitumen, it's not tar. So this is what you might find.
If you've been to a DIY store, what they would have recommended for probably a week and a leak and to be waterproof is bitumen. So if you've used a black paint in the past from a DIY store, wasn't ROOFIX, it was bitumen, which has got some waterproofing properties.
It has, but it's not ideal for blocking holes and fixing leaks, okay? It's completely different to ROOFIX.
Well, it won't fill the holes, it won't bridge the gap.
This is it. It doesn't have that Draylon fibre reinforcement, which is my favourite part about ROOFIX. I mean, look, it's soggy already. That's not done the job, all right? However, if we get the other box, this is with ROOFIX now. This is not something we've made for today. This box is about 18 years old.
It has a history.
We've known this box for 18 years.
It's like a shopping telly pet.
And also, and also know it's been used at shows and exhibitions, at trade shows, because this is a trade paint that we're talking about that's developed for us here on Shop and TV. It's a TV exclusive, and it sits for days with water in it, because take a look at the difference, because this has got the same holes.
Same holes. It's filled those
it's
in.
Exactly the same cardboard box that we just used.
Well, it's filled in the holes because that Draylon fibre reinforcement knitted together, it's sealed those gaps so we're not going to get any leaks even on cardboard. And because you've got that thermo-acrylic resin, that's lasted for years and years and years.
So it's filled those holes, it's bridged those gaps, so all the water's sealed inside there.
And even if we left the water in there, and it always reminds me, my brother mended my mum's water feature like a fountain. Yeah. You know, a small bit on the top that goes down. And it was leaking. We were filling it up time and time and time again. Painted the inside of it. The leak's gone. So that's being used continually. The water's going through it all the time. But there's no leak
and it hasn't
anymore.
budged.
And it was ROOFIX that did it.
It really is, and you can see we had a lot of water in there. That has handled that no problem whatsoever. So that's cardboard.
And we say can last 10 years or more. That's 18 years on cardboard and constantly being tested.
And we've got a couple of pictures to show actually when we talk about cardboard.
Yes.
This is a cardboard boat, but it's been treated with ROOFIX.
It was a competition at school and they wanted them to make boats out of cardboard, which of course
all sink.
See some of them sinking in the background. But of course, this was a relative to Flag Paints, a niece, and they thought, well, we've got the secret.
We
and
know what to do.
Painted it with ROOFIX, and they used the grey there, and it was waterproof. So they were floating. They could float that boat, row that boat, and that is a cardboard boat. And I know you won't be using it on cardboard. You won't be waterproofing cardboard or sealing any leaks.
It makes the point.
It shows the
But it proves the point when we say ROOFIX M is for all materials.
Yes, multi-surface, that's what the M stands for. And you will use it on so many different surfaces. And the fact that it expands and contracts with your building, it doesn't crack, it doesn't leave gaps, does it?
Even if you're painting on a joint that's got various different materials, so you might have wood to plastic to metal, you might have roofing felt, on around stone, all sorts. It doesn't matter what you're painting onto. And even because the different materials expand at different rates, you don't have to worry about that.
They move, don't they, with the weather?
And that's normal,
from the cold to the hot.
They're supposed to.
Yeah. But they all move differently. So the great thing with ROOFIX is it moves too, but it will move alongside the material it's on. So it'll work on everything.
This is it.
And that's why it lasts. That's why it's not temporary and lasts 10 years or more.
It's flexibility. That's the key word here. It's flexibility. That's what we love about ROOFIX. So you get the fibres that find the hole and knit together and fix the leak, and then you've got that flexibility to last you years and years and years. So not just a temporary fix. This is a long-term fix we're talking about.
Now, what are you doing with your little sieve there?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So we've got sieve here. We've got two of them. One we poured some bitumen in, and it just went straight through. You can see there's a little bit left behind, but
a tiny bit. Most of it's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, most of it's gone. That's not going to last. That's
still
going
a sieve
through. And we've got another sieve here used with ROOFIX. So with this, you can see there all of those fibres. They've bridged all of those hundreds of holes in this sieve, but it's no longer a sieve. We have now made a spoon. How about that?
So it fills every single one of those gaps. Now, we've got to let you know, if you are watching us on +1, STV or ITV 1+1, please check the stock levels. We've been massively busy. If we've got it, you'll find it online, shopontv.co.uk if it's still in stock.
Right now, live right now, if you are going for the big bundle, the 4-5 litres in black, every bit that we've got left, it is completely limited in stock now, but actually every bit we've got left is in baskets. You do need to check your baskets out. Doesn't mean now you can't buy it. It's the first people to order and check out. It's hours until you check your basket out. Grey and white isn't far behind, actually. We've been really busy on the 4-5 litres, but also the 5 litre tin on its own, and you can check all of that out on our website. But you do need to check your baskets through now, because we are coming towards the end of a lot of stock, and we haven't had a live show since
6 months.
April.
Yeah, 6 months.
April?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is
stock.
Flag Paints develop these paints. So they develop trade paints. They do specialist paints.
Yes.
So they develop, this is a TV exclusive, ROOFIX M, and they develop for us so you can use it at home. So a tradesman could come and mend your roof
and use ROOFIX.
It's like a trade secret, isn't it? That we can get at home. It's brilliant.
But they only can make paint for us when they're not super busy for trade, and they are super busy with big companies.
They are. Well, they supply the Ministry of Defence. How amazing is that? The London Underground. They supply various different marine industries.
Yeah.
They make paint for the hulls of boats.
I know somewhere
which is incredible, and all sorts of special.
In Europe,
French lacquers, all sorts.
In Europe, they did a roof to an antique.
It was the biggest antique centre in Europe.
In Europe, wasn't it?
So protecting all those antiques underneath, and did the roof. And then he rang, didn't he? And he said, "Oh, I need some more." And he was like,
and they were like, "Why?
Why? What's happened?" He says, "Oh, we've got a new building. We've got a new building, and we need to make sure. We need to make sure that roof isn't going to leak as well."
We wanted to do it before there was any problems.
That's a great story.
And that's like you were saying. Perhaps you have got a shed that's a little bit old, or you've got somewhere where you think it might be leaking soon. prevent it.
Yeah,
Put this
prevent
on
it.
now.
Why not?
Yeah.
Again, for the price of this, honestly, it's such a cost-effective way of reinforcing your roofs. It really is. And all you need is a brush or a squeegee. I'll show you that in a second. Do you know what, I do often get asked, is this good for wet surfaces? Because if it's raining, that's probably when you're going to see the leak. So you know what, you might do this on a dry day, but you don't have to. This is just an extreme example to show you that this will even adhere to various different materials under damp conditions. So we've just got a bit of wood here,
That's more than a damp condition.
Underwater, and you can see that still bonds, that still adheres to the surface underwater.
That's
and that's
great,
not going
isn't it?
anywhere.
Amazing.
So if you fix the leak and it starts raining, well look, that proves it's going to be absolutely
Job done.
You want to get it done right now. You want that leak to go, don't you?
Yeah.
So we showed you earlier how with that water even sitting on the roof, you stop the leak instantly, and you were seeing there even underwater it's adhering as well. And that makes sense with my mum's water feature.
Yeah,
that
it's always underwater.
It's always underwater, but it's still working.
And that can still last for years and years and years like this. Now, we often get asked, how do you apply it? Well, you can use a brush, whatever you prefer, but if it's going to be a large surface, you might want to pour it straight onto the roof, clear the leaves away, brush away some loose dirt and that moss, and then I'm just going to pour a little bit on there.
I find this so satisfying.
Oh, it is, It's like
especially with the squeegee.
Yeah, it's like a jelly-like material. Give it a good stir in all those fibres. You haven't got to worry about how it works. Slap it on, pour it on, and spread it out. And that's pretty much about it. You don't want to spread it really tightly like that.
No.
You want to a couple of mil, but if you're ever unsure about how far you should space it out, you can use a bit of chalk. Just measure out your square metre.
Yes, that's a good idea.
There, if you want to.
And it levels itself as well. So even if you've got perhaps a bit of a dip
in the middle,
in a roof, which is where
or an
probably,
uneven surface.
the main bit of the leak is probably there where it dips because the water sits there. It will self-level and it will stop that leak.
So don't be perfectionist with it. You don't need to get it on there, because I am. We're not glossing doors or upcycling furniture. We're applying it to your roof.
They often say, actually, sometimes you can take too much time with it if you are a perfectionist.
I think
and you really don't
the technical term is slap it on.
Yes.
Slap it on. We should have it on the tin, shouldn't we?
It should.
On the tin.
And when you see it being applied to this garage roof, and the 20 litres, there's plenty in there to do a whole garage roof, isn't there?
Yeah, there's absolutely plenty. So, you know what, just release some of the dirt, some of the debris. That could be a loose bit of moss, perhaps, that's dropped down or dripped down from your higher roof. But you know what, just sweep off the excess. Give it a good clean and then just slap it straight on. That's all you need to do. But you haven't got to scrub it, you haven't got to wash it, you haven't got to put down a primer, you haven't got to put down an undercoat. Remove the debris and then just put it straight on. Now you might want to go down or around the edges with your brush, because they're quite common areas where you do get leaks. And then for the middle bit, just pour it on, get a squeegee. And I mean, this would take, what, minutes to do. And I've got to say, that is so satisfying. Please don't think you have to be a DIY expert. I don't even really call this a DIY product, because anyone can use this, If you can hold a brush, you can do it. There's no skill required, but I've got to say, folks, it's a good feeling knowing that if you do see that leak, you haven't got to worry about extortionate call-out costs or the damage that a leak can cause. You can just go onto your roof, seal it, fix it instantly, and it's not just a temporary fix. This roof here, for example, will now be safe, good to go for, well, around 10 years, maybe even more than that, for only the price on your screen. That's why we absolutely adore this. So flat roof, pitch roof, bay windows, your garden shed is now going to be safe and give you complete peace of mind. That is incredible. And all the colours are exactly the same properties, just different colours, of course.
It's about those Draylon fibres that knit together. If you're thinking, oh, it's a bitumen paint, it's not.
No, not at all. You can't find this in the DIY stores. If you have bought a black paint from a DIY store that was meant to stop a leak, that is bitumen. It has waterproof properties, but it won't seal the leak. This is ROOFIX, and really ROOFIX is a trade paint, but they do develop it for us, the ROOFIX M, completely multi-purpose for multi-surfaces. So you can use this on any building material and it'll instantly fix the leak and waterproof that area. We have three colours, because you might be thinking about a leak in a conservatory. Might be the greenhouse. It might be a slate on the roof. It might be a flat roof. It might be the garage, but it might be the shed.
Like you say, if you've got that new contemporary look with the grey
A lot of the new builds have got
grey
window frames, and the grey gutter, or matches, and that you know, you can match it all up and it works alongside, because it could work. Well, it does work on your guttering as well. If you've got the weather we've had today,
oh my word,
you might have water gushing down the side of the house right now. All the bricks are wet. It's keeping you awake because it's just, you can hear it falling, that dripping, that continual water. Your guttering, in an instant, we didn't even dry that off, and in an instant, that guttering is fixed. And that leak has stopped. And it's not temporary, it's 10 years or more. And the reason for that is that the acrylic resin that's in the product, alongside the Draylon fibres that weave together, the acrylic resin is flexible.
Yeah,
because
moves,
what your buildings do, and you know when you notice cracks in the building, in the summer and winter, they expand and contract. Everything moves. And if you live by trees, that moving all the time from underground. And that's why you see cracks down the wall. We had our kitchen ceiling painted, crack virtually came back straight away because the building moves. Indoors, you haven't got a leak, but if that crack has happened on your roof, on your shed roof,
that's
because of that movement,
the leaks start, isn't it? And
but
they're
it'd be
all
no good if the actual product didn't move as well. Otherwise, the leak would just come back as soon as the weather changed, whereas this is flexible, so that leak has gone for 10 years or more.
And all those building materials that Hayley's talking about all contract and expand at different rates, so that's why you get those leaks. Absolutely flying on the 20 litres, and the 5 litres is pretty much the same. We've got different configurations and different colours available at the moment. We've got everything literally hanging on in the black.
We say that quite, if you're watching on +1, we probably haven't got everything.
Check the website
right now. So if we're going for the 5 litre tin, which is this one, in black, and we have got it in a black, a grey and a white. In black, we've got single figures left right now live. It's going to go
more people trying to order than we have stock remaining. So if you want to get hold of that, whilst we've got it, if you've got it in a basket, check your basket out. $59.99. It gives you 5 square meters of coverage, and you've got PayPal. Remember, PayPal paying 3. If you multi-order, you'll only pay 1 postage. But the best buy of all is what's on screen.
The more you order, the bigger the saving. So you've got savings with your 5 litre, huge savings. But if you go for the 4 5 litres, so this is going to cover an area of 20 square metres, and you might think I've got no idea what that means. A garage roof, and you'll have spare, and it's always good to have spare. Pop that lid back on and store it, and you'll find it lasts brilliantly as well. So you've got, when that situation happens and that leak suddenly happens, you've got some spare in your shed. Black, white, grey, available at the minute.
But we're approaching single figures in the black option. Always the busiest. If you want to get the black, get it right now.
Grey's not far behind, actually. It's over 80% of the stock gone and going really low in stock. So if you are watching on +1, there's a chance we might not have any stock of black or grey. Just check on the website.
Check the website for the stock that we've got remaining. Remember, you've got PayPal paying 3 as well if you want to spread the cost interest-free. If you are paying online, it's just $62.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. 360-407 for the 20 litre configuration. It's like you're getting a tin free.
Well, it is, isn't it? Because you're saving £60. This should be £240 for all these tins. You're saving £60, and that is the price of our 5 litre tin. So you are getting a tin completely free of charge. Remember, we've only had this is the first live show we've had since April, 6 months. We don't have this stock available and shows available every week of the month or every month of the year, because this is from Flag Paints. They do specialist paints for trade, so they can only make products for us when they're able, when they're not super busy. And it is a TV exclusive. You won't find this in a DIY store. It's a TV exclusive with us here on Shop on TV.
And it's about stopping the leaks in an instant. Literally, upon application, it stops that leak, and it continues to stop that leak for 10 years and beyond. If you've got any leaks on any kind of roof surface, this is going to stop it for you. In fact, we've got a clip to show you. It's as simple as this. You literally just slap it on. If it's split felt that you can see there and you've got the leak running through on your roof surface, you can take away any excess debris, slap on the ROOFIX and it'll stick that felt down, and then just slap it over the top. It's so simple and so easy to apply.
It's so easy. Honestly, I've used it. It's so easy to use. And even if the heavens open, instantly that roof is fixed. Not just now, fixed for 10 years or more. Black, grey, white. The black is going to sell out. Like we say, if you are watching on Plus One, the black has probably gone, possibly in the 5 litre and the 4.5 litre. But it is that simple to apply. But it doesn't have to be a roof. It could be a conservatory. It could be, so let's go for the white if you've got a white conservatory. It could be guttering. It could be a greenhouse. It waterproofs and seals gaps on any building material, but check your baskets out.
And that's why it's ROOFIX M, our TV exclusive that we've got for you.
Can't find it in a DIY store.
It's not all we've got from Flag Paints though. We've also got Black Magic. This is a brilliant multi-use paint that has a built-in rust converter. Loads of you have got these in baskets. Just wanted to remind you, the 2.5 litre, all the ones that we've got in basket, another limited stock on the 2.5 litres at £45. Really simple to apply. It's got about the rust converter, but it's about not having to use a primer, not having to use a rust converter because it's built into the paint.
It's really clever because when you apply it, it gives this really beautiful, even satin finish. So instantly, it looks like this is how it was bought. It gives you a factory finish. It's horrible when you repaint something and it looks repainted, but this doesn't. But it also is very clever with the rust. It's a rust converter. So all you need to do is get rid of anything that's loose, like the bottom of the actual pole.
The loose
You'll
rust
see there's a few
bits,
loose bits, so just brush those off. And then you just slap it on. No primer, no other products needed, and you will get this amazing finish. So it brings things back to life, and it withstands extreme temperatures as well.
That's like it's brand new again, isn't it? There's no brush marks, there's no drip marks. You can see it's like a factory finish, straight out of the factory. But it's not just for outdoors, it's for indoors as well. As Hayley was saying, it's heat resistant up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
It could be a chimney or something that you're gonna have that heat in there. It will withstand that heat. It could be a radiator. So metal, plastic, timber, MDF, stone, glass, PVC. Perhaps you want all your garden furniture to match. And when you got it out this summer, there were plastic chairs, there were wooden chairs, there were some metal chairs. And you're like, which chair? I wish they match it. Wish they matched. So you could actually paint all those items and they would look the same. They'd all look like they were like a wrought iron. Michelle emailed in and she was asking about doing the wooden stairs indoors and out. Charley was on about doing his stair banister actually.
High traffic areas because it doesn't wear, it doesn't peel.
So it could be
curtain poles.
Well done. It's like it was like that show.
It's like charades with
curtain poles.
It's always like this. This is my life.
You've got wooden pine ones. I can never get my words out. I don't know how I'm a presenter. Then you paint on the actual Black Magic, and those sort of old, bit dated pine actual curtain rails, they look wrought iron, they look new
and again, even if you've got working curtains on it, it doesn't peel away. A brilliant deal, limited stock, £45. If you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, £16.65 on your first of 3 payments. If you've got that in a basket, again, check it out, it's limited stock. Go to the website, is the easiest way to shop for everything. Been really busy on the phones, apologies if you've been waiting on the phones. If you can jump to the website, please do. shopontv.co.uk. We are busy across everything, but the main deal, the 5 litre tin times 4, so 20 litres in black, is literally hanging on by a thread. If you want to get that, if you've got it in a basket, in the black option particularly, check your basket out.
More people are ordering than stock is available, but it doesn't mean it's not available to you. It is the first people to order. So say we've only got 10 left. I don't even know if we've actually got 10 left, if I'm honest. But say there was 10 left. There could be 510 of you with it in your basket. And if you all checked out, only 10 of you would get it, 500 miss out. However, if 10 other people ordered on the phones, on the website and checked out before any of you, all of you would miss out. It's the first 10 people to put it in a basket, check it out, that will actually get it. And if you've just joined, we've got a lot of new viewers tonight, and welcome to our new viewers. Always great to have our regular viewers. We're on every night from around about midnight till 3 a.m. On Freeview 89, we're from midnight every single night. If you've just joined us, watch this demonstration.
Yeah, this is brilliant. We're talking about ROOFIX, and that's exactly what it does, Charlie.
Yeah, and anyone can fix this. If you can hold a paintbrush, you can fix a leak on your roof. So this could be a flat roof on your garden shed, your garage, your house. It could be a pitched roof. It could be slate. It could be all sorts of materials. But you know, I'm piercing a hole through this roofing felt, and you can see that is gushing down really quite badly. I've got 3 holes in there now. I'm going to put on some more water. So if you see a leak, you haven't got to worry about calling anyone. You haven't got to worry about big expensive costs. You can just go up on the ladder and literally, even when it's still wet, you can just apply it with a brush.
That's crazy, isn't it?
That's but guys, that's just not a temporary fix.
Yeah.
That's now designed to last, as it is there, for up to 10 years.
That's brilliant.
Maybe even longer.
So not, even if
Done.
it rains straight away, that is instantly waterproofed and stopped the leak. But the biggest thing is, there's a puddle right there. It instantly stops that leak. And it stops that settled water going back through the hole.
Yeah.
I mean, that is amazing that you can do it virtually under the water.
Virtually under the water. John, I'm going to fix some guttering next and I'll explain how it works. But you can see that is now sorted.
That's so good.
Yeah, and you might want to do the whole of your roof while you're at it.
Yeah.
Or just do a little bit, but I would do the whole of your roof while
Well,
you're there.
sometimes you don't know where the leak is. So though the leak might be dripping through the middle of your roof, the actual problem that started that leak might be at the side and it's coming across and coming down. So it is do the whole roof. And remember, if you're going for the deal on your screen right now, that'll do a whole garage roof and you'll have spare.
Look at this.
More the merrier with this. So again, this could be your guttering. You're thinking, oh, that's leaking all the way down the house. That's going to make this patio all slippery. Well, instead of worrying about replacing your guttering, which can be so expensive, you can just get some ROOFIX, apply it on there, and you can even see in the paint, these are fibres. They are Draylon fibres, and that's going to find the gap. It's going to knit together and stop that leak. And you can see, apply it on.
And if you wanted, you could get it in the grey if you're going to use it on grey guttering.
Or the white,
on the black, you can. Well, it's inside, so it doesn't really matter.
And you don't have to wait for it to dry.
No.
You don't have to worry about it drying. Straight away, if it rains, it's stopped. Charlie's putting a lot of water in that.
Not a single leak. And that's, again, designed to stay like that for 10 years. So if it's raining, that's going to be no problem at all. Look at all that water that was just holding.
But Charlie, how does this work? Because I know a lot of people watching, you'll be, oh, hang on.
I've seen this.
I bought that black paint. I bought it from the DIY store. Can't buy this in a DIY store. This is a trade paint that's developed for us. It's a TV exclusive. And it was a black paint. They said it would be waterproof, but it didn't stop the leak. You would have bought bitumen, which is a waterproof paint, but it's not a leak
It's good for some
solver.
things, but it's nothing compared to ROOFIX when it comes to sealing leaks on your roof and giving you that
It's more like a
flexibility.
glossy paint, isn't it?
It's not flexible. It doesn't have those fibres in, so it's not going to bridge that gap and seal that leak. So that's your bitumen there. I know we haven't got much time, so I'll be quick. And you can see, if I just get the ROOFIX, look at those fibres we've got. That is like a jelly-like substance. It's so fun to actually apply on. And that,
so satisfying.
It's so satisfying. That's going to remain flexible for years to come. Should we show you the funnels?
So those Draylon fibres, they weave together, and we're going to show you that. They'll weave together and they'll instantly stop the leak. They'll cover the hole, they'll cover the gap, they'll cover the split, whether that's in a roof, whether that's in your guttering. And we're using funnels here.
Yeah.
So
to show you the bitumen, what you used to buy, what you normally find in a DIY store, that is no good for fixing that hole on your roof. That's not going to do the job.
You've made the problem worse, actually, because now you've got black paint dripping all over the carpet.
We have.
Over the kids' bikes in the shed.
Well, these are those fibres we're talking about. You get thousands, you get so many of these that are mixed into the actual ROOFIX. So this is what knits together and fills in that hole. It's going to stop that crevice, stop that crack on that guttering, fill that hole in your roof. So the idea is these knit together and these just stop the leak instantly.
They fill the gap, they bridge the gap.
They bridge the gap.
And they're very scientifically made. You can't put Draylon fibres into any paint and it works. It's all about the size of them, the length, the width.
Computer control. They're to the micron, I believe.
Yeah.
Each fibre is identical, the same thickness, and that's so important, because otherwise it wouldn't work. They need to be the same size to fit
I know
together.
people have tried it, it just ends up in clumps.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
There's a lot of science behind this.
So
wait till you
let's
see
see
the
them
different
work.
texture.
So we've just done the bitumen there. You can already see the fibres in that paint, can't you? So same funnel, same hole, but that's not going to run through. That's going to stay put. So if that's a leak on your roof, folks, that is what I call complete peace of mind.
And it's stopped right at the top. It hasn't got anywhere in the funnel at all, whereas the bitumen dripped all the way through. That's amazing.
Yeah, you can actually probably see it just there. There you go.
Just stopped, yeah.
Just stopped.
Filled the gap.
And the one we did a while ago, probably about an hour and a half ago, is still there. It's still there.
And once you've done this, once you've fixed the leak, the conservatory roof, the bay window, the greenhouse, so whatever area, that's not just temporary, that's going to last, isn't it?
It's permanent. Well, we talked about the fibres, but the reason why it's permanent is because it's got a thermo-acrylic resin, and that basically is designed to remain flexible as we move into different seasons.
So that flexibility on whatever material it's on.
Can last 10 years or more.
Last 10 years, yeah.
Wow.
That's why people love it. So not just a temporary fix. I mean, you could do this. This is like, if it's like an average sized garage or maybe even a house, that's what, a day's job. Not even that, really.
And there's no skill required with the application. Literally, you just slap it on. If you've got it in a basket, you have got to check your basket out. We are running out of time. If you're watching on +1, whether it's ITV 1+1 or STV, please check the stock, because we think some of the stock may have gone.
We
Go
will
to the website.
try and get stock back in, but we haven't actually had a live show, stock for a live show, since April.
And we don't have any more shows planned at the moment.
So do grab it now, do check your baskets out. It's a problem solver. It could, for so many people, it saved them thousands of pounds.
And it's so easy to apply. Literally, you slap it on. Think about all the different surfaces you're going to use it on. It's multi-surface. That's what the M stands for. So you're using it on wood, on OSB, on galvanised metal, as we can see, fiberglass, composite plastics. You can also use it on all your different types of gutters, as Charlie just showed us, on PVC.
And it can go from one material to another as well. So when something like this, there's two materials, use it on both and it will work on both.
And 20 litres will give you 20 square metres of coverage, so that's enough for an entire garage roof, and it'll leave you some left over. Your garage roof normally about 18 square metres. So grey, white or black are your options. 1 litre, 5 litre or the 20 litre bundle on screen. But if you've got it in your basket and it's in the black option, check those baskets out.
I mean, Charlie, people have just got to get it home, because you don't need to be a professional to use this.
You don't need to be a decorator. You may have never done any DIY. If you can hold a paintbrush and literally slap it onto your roof, then you've done the job.
You've
done it.
Yeah. We are like the most useless people.
Not DIYers.
We are. DIY, absolutely.
True story.
But absolutely, it's worked for my mum's lean-to. It worked on a water feature as well. It honestly does what it says on the tin, but you must get the tin. You must check your baskets out.
Good work, Charlie. Thank you for watching.
Pleasure, guys.
See you soon.
See you soon. Take care. Check out.